$1,300.
Yeah,
So
some impressive builds going on for $1,300, that's for sure.
got to get out here, build a car, buy a car, build a car, all for under $1,300 and run a 13 second. Let's go and grab some action, but before we jump into it, what do they got to do?
Well, jump down below, hit subscribe, hit like if you like our stuff, and we bring out a video every week. We do a live show on Thursdays, and that's pretty much it.
And every Tuesday you'll get a car show, a drag event, something, so jump on there and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
Let's go and check out the action.
Let's do it.
Well guys, here we are with the boys from Nugget Garage, and we're out here to do some runs for now 13s for $1,300 is what we're up to out here, hey guys?
It is, that's right. The whole idea of the challenge is buy and build a car for $1,300 budget. That includes buying the car, everything you got to do to it.
And how long's this been going on for?
Actually, about 10 years ago, Forms did one. I did a turbo Hyundai Excel for that. Went 14.0 at 100 mile an hour, but it was close. And I think actually Scotty from Street Machine did that challenge alongside me. He did an EL Falcon on nitrous, and I think he actually got into the 13s.
All right.
So it's been going for a while.
How many cars have you done this with?
This is the second.
This is the second? All right. And what have we come up with this year?
This one's a BA Falcon, it's an 05 BA Falcon. It's just a standard non-turbo auto shitbox. And we've just bunged a China turbo on it.
Yep.
And given it all the send.
Yeah, Al from the Skid Factory gave us a turbo. Just bought was it a Gumtree manifold? Exhaust manifold?
Well, yeah, it was just off Gumtree, just standard
Just welded
turbo.
an up pipe to it, put a big wastegate off the back of that. And it's the stock injectors, it's the stock fuel pump size actually, and then it's got a what do we put in it?
We've got a fuel pressure reg,
map sensor.
FPV
FG map sensor.
Yeah, FG map sensor and FPV fuel pressure reg.
Just tune it with HP tuners. And it went 210 odd real stock, and it went 368, 7 pounds a boost.
That's not too bad. Now, how much money you got left though?
About $100, I think.
It's
Isn't it?
$100.
About
Actually,
$100.
no, it's $90 now. We don't have a water squirt.
Still enough to buy a carton for whoever we lose against.
So, and yeah, what is the rules here? Is there an honourable trophy, or is it just bragging rights for the next year?
Bragging rights.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of side wages going.
Yeah.
Cartons of beer and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a couple of boxes on the line.
Yeah.
But
How many cars we got coming out?
I think 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah. They're all pretty secretive. We don't even know what's coming. We know there is a nitrous Magna.
Magna, yeah.
I think there's an LS1 manual Commodore, which I don't think it'll go
And
anywhere.
maybe a turbocharged Magna
Maybe,
as well.
yeah.
Maybe.
And we have an
Jacob.
inkling of maybe another Falcon, maybe another Barra powered car, but we're not sure. Oh, and then Maddie's nitrous VR Commodore.
There's a few. So, now is there one piece of work on here that you're most proud of, or I guess maybe not proud of is the word, but what would you think's the best bit of work that's happened on this thing?
I've always wanted to do a bonnet exit. It's exhaust.
The exhaust?
Yeah.
So you're loving that?
It is probably, if not the best part. I do like the intake though. The intake's pretty cool,
Yeah.
and the water meth sprayer.
Methanol / rod breaker.
The Bunnings special weed sprayer.
We'll get a few shots of that. I think that's pretty awesome. Mate, I hope you have a bit of fun out there. And are you going to have any of the build on your channel as well?
We are. We got pretty much most of the build on our channel. See, we take it out standard, give it a run first, and then strip it out, and then bring it another run without the weight, and then we do the mods.
Yep.
And obviously we're here now to do that. So
We'll put a link up here.
up there.
Yeah, there'll be two or 3 videos, I'd say.
Excellent.
And more stuff down there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll cover all the event. We'll get a shot of everyone having a race, and we'll get around and have a chat to everyone and see what their cars are, and look at some of this quality or non-quality workmanship.
Come on.
There's an excuse to be dodgy.
How many hours have gone into this thing? Like,
Actually, not all that many in reality. There's been a few.
There's probably 2 good half days.
Yeah.
Early starts into sort of mid-morning finish.
yeah.
Yeah, Scott did get up early and do a couple of 6 a.m. starts. Hence the turbo through the bonnet because he didn't have manifold studs. But he did have a welder.
Well, good fun. I think the other thing I heard was coming out doing the runs in it. After you took the weight out and beforehand, you've had a bit of fun just with seat time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah, I
I
think
think it probably did 10 or 15 laps in one night.
Yeah, I couldn't get him back out of it.
I think the other thing is that it shows that you can come out here and do this sort of thing at the drags with anything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
And
had
you know
more-
what?
I had more fun that night than I had in a year, probably.
Yeah.
Around the drags.
And even now,
Only 15s.
for $1,300,
Yeah.
I mean, reality is it's a really budget thing that
If it
pretty
breaks,
well
we're just
anyone
gonna-
can afford.
Walk off.
Yeah,
Just leave it where it sits.
we're just going to peel the stickers
Leave it
off
there.
and run.
It's not ours.
Never seen it before.
Good one. Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll go and have some fun.
All right, thanks, Dave. See you out there.
All right, guys. So this is the second car we've caught up with today on the 1300. How did you go with the budget?
Yeah, we're pretty fucking tight, to be honest. You can see there's a lot of scrounging. We didn't buy any steel. We just used whatever was in the car and we cut it out to make any brackets or whatever. And yeah, we just fucking scrounged wherever we could. So
Foreign style.
So we've got a Magna.
yep, it's a Prestige 2000 model. Yep. 3.5 litre big block. And yeah, with a couple stages of nitrous on it and running jungle juice, homemade jungle juice for fuel. So we have no idea what the octane is. It'll be quite high.
It'll be good.
Yeah, we're trying to stop from detonating. So
Yep.
yeah, but yeah, we ran it up the other day on the wet shot. Ran pretty well. Super rich, but didn't blow up. And yeah, it's pretty good. We've just been a bit rough. Nitrous is cable tied in, whatnot, and we dicked around for a while. And really sort of last minute it like everyone else.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
How much actual time went into it?
Couple days.
Yeah, quite a few days, but
Drunken interior stripping, stuff like that. There wasn't any tools used to get the interior out, really. It was
Rip
just
it out.
ripped. Yeah, it was ripped out. There was some cut fingers and whatnot. but,
lots of rum and enthusiasm.
and a grinder. So,
Have we got any side bets happening?
the other boys do, but
You haven't got in on that yet?
I think they might have us with the Falcon, but it's a big heavy turd, so.
Yeah.
And they got a BTR, I reckon it'll shit itself, half track. So.
You still got windows that wind up and down.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty flash.
Yeah, but they got AC, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
They've got all the luxuries.
Got all the luxuries.
Yeah. So we were about 1,200 kilos, I think, so we stripped a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we still left things like the AC pump and all that in there because we're too lazy to do it.
Auto or manual?
Manual.
Manual?
Yeah.
It'll hold up to the job?
Oh, probably not.
We'll try our damn best.
Yeah. Granny shifts and, yeah, just see what happens.
Launch it.
Yeah, we're
Until
gonna.
we get competitive and just start banging it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple wet shot runs and then we'll put the dry shot on as well because it's super rich. The wet shot, the dry shot should really clean that all right up, and it's all gonna come in. So it's probably about 200 of nitrous with the dry shot on there. So we'll see if the head gaskets or the rods hold up, and if not, they're gonna be going flying.
So what do you reckon you can run with it? If it gets down there?
We'll get 12s, we reckon.
You get 12?
Yeah,
If it holds together.
if it holds together, yeah.
Yep. All right. We'll be watching.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Have
Cheers.
fun.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, you're right.
You feel it? You're stuck? All right, so we've got another nugget out here for the 13 to 1300. Mate, $1,300 budget. How have you gone here? I've just noticed what you've got here. You've got the SS.
Yeah, I've done pretty well. The car was originally $1,000 without the gearbox in it. I made it gotten halfway through putting the clutch in it and then given up. So I bought it from his driveway, put the gearbox in it, and then it turns out it still had rego, so I started driving it. It's been great. Yeah.
So it didn't leave you a lot left in the budget, mate, for modifications.
No, so I've just gone with a set of rear tyres, the old Race Masters, M&H's. They're pretty worn, so I thought the value would be about $300.
Fair enough. So what do you reckon you're going to get down the straight at?
Hopefully 13.9.
13.9?
Yeah.
You can break the 13?
Yeah, I've pulled a lot of weight out of it, like half the interior, pulled the rear mufflers off it, pulled the air cleaner out of it.
Yep.
You know,
Every little bit helps.
hopefully. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
All right, mate. And obviously wasn't as much time, I guess. It was a little bit easier.
No,
You
I
spent
did-
it all driving around.
Yeah, I did a lot of it this morning.
No worries. And you don't have the worry of it blowing up halfway
No.
down?
No, hopefully not.
I think there's a few others a bit here concerned about that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it should be right. Just all standard. So
You could have nearly drove out and drove home.
I could have. Yeah. A bit worried about the diff though. So
Yeah, okay, that might make the
yeah.
The distance.
Hard launches. Yeah.
see how it goes. All right, we'll grab some footage, mate.
Yeah.
See you out there.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Brad, we've got another Magna.
Yeah.
But, mate, the guys over there, they're running nitrous. What do you got going on here?
I got both, so I got nitrous and I got turbo.
You thought you'd go full send.
Yeah, well, fuck it, why not? It's cheap shit racing, so might as well wind it up and see what we can do. So I got it dialed right back at the moment. I think I'm only running like 7 pound boost, still standard ECU, up the fuel pressure, and yeah, I got like a, I think 75 shot, wet shot of NOS at the moment. Got a drill bit in that here, so we'll walk around the boost and then.
See what happens.
Yeah,
We've
dial it
definitely
up.
got some tyres on here to
Oh
handle
yeah,
it.
we got plenty of traction. So I was doing launches in the workshop earlier this morning just to see what it'd do.
How did that go?
Yeah, good. The back of the shed comes up real quick.
And is it auto or manual?
Auto,
Auto?
Yeah.
How's that going to hold up?
probably not.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to get hot and then start to slip. So
They weren't the strongest, these Magna Autos, were they? So,
no.
But
It's all fun and games.
now, why'd you pick the Magna, mate?
Cheap.
It was cheap. You just
Cheap.
found it.
Cheap, and apparently they go alright. So they're known to be tough. All the engines are.
Yep.
So wait and
Gearboxes
see.
not so much. Now, how much did the car cost you?
The car's $500.
Yep.
Yep. So the rest we've kind of scavenged parts. So there's a petrol intercooler in there. There's just random bits and pieces of crap I had laying around, really, to be honest with you. Yeah, the exhaust is made out of scrap stainless that I had laying around. Yeah,
Did you come in under budget?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm under by 200.
So you still got enough
Yeah.
for a few beers yet?
Yeah, that's it. A few beers and yeah, I'll just hope I win.
You reckon? What do you reckon you'll do out there? What do you reckon the time we can get?
I want under 13.
Yep. You
Alright.
going for that 12?
Yeah, yeah. If I can get
13's
12.
not good enough.
Nah. 13 was like the benchmark, so
Yep. We'll show what can happen here.
yeah.
And any side bets going on?
Oh, not at the moment. I
No?
haven't really spoken much shit to the boys yet, so pretty sure I'll be able to stir something up.
All right, mate. Go
Yeah.
and have some fun.
Right, cheers, buddy.
Can't really miss with the front. Righto, matey, you've made it. You've got here. A bit of a trip to get out here today, eh?
Yeah, fires have shut the road down at Cunningham's Gap, so we had to come a long way around. Got here a bit late, but yeah, we're here, ready to send it.
And you've obviously come all the way from Warwick, mate.
Yeah,
For
made
this?
the trip up. Yeah, we seen this 13-second deal, and we thought, yeah, we got to have a jump of that. We love doing bodgy shit, so yeah.
Yes. All right, so what have we run with, mate?
Well, we got a dirty old VR Commodore, full weight. We haven't stripped it. Interior, it's got cruise control, electric windows. She's a beast. Found it out west, so yeah.
Well, you still got the seat covers on.
Still got the seat covers on, yeah.
Mate, and we're running 3.8, hey?
Yeah,
We've got
yeah.
the V6.
Trusty old V6.
Yep.
Buick, yep.
Now, how are we going to make this thing a bit quicker?
Nitrous oxide. That is our friend today.
How big a shot?
Well, we're starting at 110, and we'll end up at 250 by the end of the night if it's still running.
Sounds like a lot of fun, mate. Now, how'd you go with the budget?
Yeah, we shit it in. I think we added up everything we've bought, plus the car, and I think we're at $700.
Oh,
Yeah.
well under.
Yeah, so yeah, we got enough to go to the coast tonight. Once we win, I suppose.
Be a night down in Cavill.
Yeah, we'll hit up the casino. Yeah.
Mate, that's awesome. And what do you reckon you're going to run?
Well, name of the game's 13s for 1300. So yeah, if we can crack a 13, we'll be happy. We'll be cheering.
You'll be happy at that. Have you got any side bets going on there?
Yeah, mate. As long as we can. Well, we got a side bet against Chris Ethel and Scott Hoffman. But yeah, we got to beat that Goldilocks set Gast. So and Baxter. So yeah. If we don't win the race, we're gonna definitely win the fight. Mad's nominated. He's for the fight. So yeah.
He's doing the fight.
Yeah, crew chief's fighting. Yeah.
In the lanes.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we get that too. Good stuff, mate. We'll go out and have some fun. Well done, boys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good on you. All right, guys. We've got another forward in the lineup. Another Barra.
Yep.
Mate, what's going into this one?
eBay. Chinese's finest parts went into this. We spent like what, $600-700 just on eBay parts alone.
Yeah, it's got like $300 injectors, $70 wastegates,
$150 turbo, I think.
old cooler piping. Like there's parts of the 3-inch, 2 3/4. There's parts that are like 3 and a bit. I don't know, just whatever we could.
There's some
make
precision work going into that pipe.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, nothing but the finest come out of my garage, eh?
Well, we don't know barras, so we don't even know how the cooler piping is meant to be routed. So I thought we'd just go underneath the subframe to be easy.
It's just how it worked out.
Yeah, that's all we had.
Well, it turns out the intercoolers don't fit, so we just cut the whole front off it.
It's
Made it fit.
Yeah, it's gutted. There's
removable.
It's not stuck back on very well.
Mate, I'm worried about how much the plates cost.
probably more than the car.
So what did the car cost to start with?
What was it, $400?
400?
Yeah.
And have you got in under budget?
Oh, we must be like,
I reckon it might be just a tad over.
Yeah.
It might be $100, but
we were at
pretty
$12.95
close.
last time we actually sat down and tried to work it all out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then we had like a few other little hiccups and stuff. I think we put a few extra clamps on it and changed a few bits and pieces. So
yeah. So
I mean, like we changed $5 worth of intercooler pipe.
pretty
All right.
much.
So the big question is, what do you reckon? Is it going to go 13s? Is it going to go better?
Well, I ran a 16 last time we were here, so anything's an improvement on that.
Yeah. I don't reckon, because it's only stock. We haven't done anything about the gearbox and that, so
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be anything too exciting. It's just going to have a really pooey 60 foot and then maybe do a single pegger for the rest of it.
Yeah, right.
We couldn't fit out, because we're Crusader guys, so we couldn't even fit our tyres on it. The offset's
we got
wrong.
nothing, so we're just going to let out all the air on these and just roll out there on the rims and just hope for the best.
Just give it a go. Just
Hopefully
send
we
it.
can just get them to bubble out a little bit and get us a bit more traction.
You said it ran 16s. Was that stock when you first bought it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally bought it and then we ran it like a weekend after or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just drove it out here for a testing tune one night. When 1601 or something like that was the best we managed to get out of it.
Drove it here.
And have you pulled weight out of it as well?
Yeah, it was us. We stripped the whole interior out. We left it in for today though.
We cut 2 tenths.
Yeah.
2 tenths from full interior, so.
Didn't make that big a difference though.
Not really,
Nah. It was the lightest driver with the least amount of interior managed to get us the lowest top.
How's that work?
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right. Well, it's been lots of fun. Now we've got to get out there and run it
right.
and get more than one pass, hey?
As long as we get the 13, I don't really give a shit how many passes it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Good
if it
stuff.
blows up at the end of the track, who cares?
Yeah.
Just, I think some
As
other
long as we
people
have to
said
clean
leave
up.
it and walk away. Just
That's pretty much the plan, yeah. Take off whatever's valuable and just abandon it. Take those plates and maybe the sticker off the windscreen and we'll be on our way.
that's all the value.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well done, guys. Have fun.
Yeah, cool.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
You've checked out the competition now, mate. What do you reckon? Is there anything here you're worried about?
Oh, mate, actually, the boys have all done a pretty good job, eh? This is cracker, like, yeah, every shit box for themselves. But, yeah, we'll see how we go, but I think we've got a fucking bit for them.
Who do you reckon's the biggest threat?
Oh, it'd have to be Hoffman and Ethel, I reckon.
Yep.
I think, but we're still going to blow the doors off them, so,
Show 'em up.
yeah, we'll see how we go, mate.
Awesome. Let's go do it.
Awesome. Yeah.
14.7 it went, but it left in like third gear or something. So I don't know why. I pulled in first, and then it did this when it was standing too a couple of times. So I'm just not going to do a burnout. Every time we didn't do a burnout, it was okay. So I'm not going to do it. We scuffed the tyres down anyway, so I'll just give it another go and hopefully it'll be all right.
How'd we go?
Oh, it was him. Went 14.4.
14 quarter, 88 mile an hour.
It's only 88. We're never going to hit 30, he said that.
Oh no, sorry, 95. 14.47 at 95 mile an hour.
What's happening, guys?
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
How many
First test here.
Have run 13?
First, oh, it was all right. Yeah, 13.4 off the trailer. So yeah, we're pretty stoked. I think, yeah, first at 12 bitches.
What is it? First one to get a 13, only one to get a 13 at the moment too, eh?
Really?
Yeah, no one else has got it yet, so we'll see. There's a couple of low 14s, but...
Yep, well we're going. That's just that's the baseline.
All right.
We got 100 more, 140 more shots, and a few more tricks up our sleeve.
Changing fuel now?
Yeah, putting the 85 in and see how we go.
All right.
Thank you.
I had to drop the diff out this morning. We cut a like this. Look, this is midday, and we went home and we got like my sheds at my place. I went in. Matty said he's going home for a shower. We dropped the diff out. We cut while I dropped the back shockies and the pennard rod off. What I do with my 4-post hoist, I just put a bar up underneath the arse of it and let the hoist down, and the diff just stays there. We just roll around, and they got 2 little holes like that in the hemisphere of these things. So I just wound me big MIG up and just zapped both sides, welded the diff up in it. While the diff was out, the springs fell out, so I just cut a coil off them, and it didn't even lower it. But anyway.
Work.
Yeah. So dead standard harness and standard computer with 110 shot.
Oh yeah, you can hear the compression.
Yeah.
Yeah, you blowed something up there.
Yeah. But there's nothing.
All right, we're on the trailer a bit early.
Yeah.
What's happened? We saw a lot of flames.
So originally we come back in the pits after our first run, so I think we got like a 14 something, which was, it's okay for a first run. Dribbled off the lights, struggled with turbo lag, all the rest of it. So we come back in to sort out the nitrous, get it running. So both my lines were blocked.
Oh.
So I had no fuel. So we kind of dodged it up. Used the 75. I think 75 was a 100-shot jet.
Yep.
Dry. So no extra fuel in with it. And yeah, I've either destroyed rings or something. Yeah, let's just let go.
It was a massive flame.
Yeah, big nitrous backfire, and just that was it. All over. It turns over now, but there's no comp, so yeah, that's us.
That's you for the night.
We're done, but
didn't quite get to the 13s, but there was potential there.
Yeah, there definitely was.
So,
you can't expect too much.
Gearbox held together.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I thought that was the first thing to go. So you
Well,
did well.
it went fine for something without a tune in it. Standard injectors. Yeah, something thrown together in a couple of weeks. So
done well. Had a bit of fun.
Yeah.
How much fun did you have tonight?
Oh, heaps. Plenty of fun. Yeah, do it again next year.
Excellent. We can't wait to see.
Definitely.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, mate.
Hey, buddy. How are we going?
Good.
Happy now?
Good.
Good now? With a
Good. Yeah.
with a 12?
12.7.
No, 12.7. There you
Went 12.70. I'm bloody stoked, mate.
You're gonna be happy
we
with
had
that.
We had troubles. We couldn't get it. It was hitting a speed limiter at like 120, and it was leaving in top gear. So Scott made a couple of changes with torque tables or some junk I don't know.
Something he
about.
did on the laptop.
He
worked.
did stuff. He did things and magic happened and it went 12.7 and I'm stoked. And I didn't use the water meth. I did on that last pass. I went a little bit slower, but I think it's heat soaked. So.
Okay.
So we're gonna let it cool down for a while, and we're gonna shoot for a 12.50.
Go for it. Go for it. All right.
I'm
No worries.
stoked.
So that's.
We didn't fail, Dave.
Is that the quickest?
That's the quick. I think. I
think-
know Maddie went 13.0, so it's pretty
Yeah.
quick.
We'll go-
I
we'll
didn't
go
know
suss
if
it
I
out.
was going to beat him. I was actually legit worried about Maddie. He's quick.
We'll go and suss them out, mate. But that's a
Uh,
good run.
Yeah, we're stoked with it. I'm stoked with it. 12.7. I reckon it's got a little bit more in it, so even if it doesn't, who cares? 12.7 was meant
Are
to
you
be
changing
13.
drivers now?
Yeah, I'm going to give Scott a run. Scott said before that we've actually technically failed the challenge because we haven't still run a 13 yet. We've run a 14.
You've run a 14 and a 12.
We haven't, so
No 13s yet. We'll have to slow it down.
unless that one was a 13, but I don't know.
Oh, we'll check it out.
Just a bit too rich, I think, in the petrol fuel side of things.
Because what happened, you've gone out there, run a 13, then come back, run a 16.
Yeah. So sort of, I think we should have just ran aspirated and we might have went a bit quicker. But no, we'll get there. We went a 10th and a bit quicker in the 60 foot, so that's promising.
Okay, all right. We'll wait and see you next run.
Righto, awesome.
So if we can't take fuel out, we just add more nitrous.
Yeah.
Righto.
And there's definitely piston on our spark plugs.
Yeah. Oh, there is.
Yeah, there's the little bits of melted speckly there. She's be alright.
Because what did you do to get, ran a 14.1?
Yeah. But it's breaking down bad, so.
Yeah.
So
And that was using the wet and dry shot?
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, my bottles probably got no gauge on it, so it's probably a bit low pressure. So we swapped the bottles over and went to a bigger nitrous jet on the wet shot, and then see how it goes, see if it runs clean, and then spray the dry on the top, and it might be kablammy. We don't know. We'll
How
see
many
what
runs has it got left in it? What's the bet?
happens. Oh, I reckon it's got heaps.
Max 2. Max 2.
Minimum half.
Yeah, minimum 660 foot.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see how it goes.
What'd you get?
13.8.
13.8.
13.8 at 108. And she's still in one piece.
Well done.
We're going to go again.
Go again. All right. So you got a 13.8.
We got a 13.8.
Now, hang on. You didn't get the 13.8.
He
no.
did.
Yeah.
At 108. So,
but
we got the mile an hour. We just can't get any traction.
But you thought you'd go out there and run a 13 that time, and what happened?
Running out of fuel. Didn't put any fuel in. We forgot about that. I was like, hot lapping, give me a go. And then it just, I was like, oh, maybe that's fuel.
And we thought you broke something.
Nah, I don't know. It seems to be running all right. It doesn't really idle anymore.
One bit on it with no fuel going through it.
Yeah.
Thing is, how much fun are you having?
Oh, I'm having a blast. Running around like a headless chook, it's brilliant. I'm going to do this again. Just every week. Just buy a shitter and nitrous.
More fun that way, you reckon?
Yeah, we've already got nitrous kits now. We'll just
swap it over.
I'm just going to copy these guys and buy a Commodore and just spray it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Keep putting it in.
Yeah.
Alright.
And a locker and tyres would be nice. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, boys, going out for another run.
So what do you reckon of 13 for 1300, boys?
Pretty rad.
Awesome. That was really good.
But I'm so excited.
You've had a great night?
I've had a good night.
What was your time?
13.8 at 108.
Not bad mile an hour?
Not bad for a filthy old Magna.
Yeah, that's true. Now you got 13 straight off the trailer.
Yeah.
You got to be proud of that.
13.4 at 101 first run. Yeah, we're really happy with that.
Yeah, and you were going to full send there, but it got called short, eh?
Yeah, well, we went 13.3 on that last pass, but it ran out of gas on the second gear change. It did 100 again, and we had a lot more gas in it. So, yeah, we fresh bottling we were ready, but yeah, just got canned. So we'll try again another day.
That's it, mate. All right, so this will keep living
Oh,
to see another day?
Yeah,
we'll see this at the track again?
We're going to do a lot more to it now. Like, that was the budget. We've only spent like $700, so now we might put a stoolie in it and a set of extractors and go from there.
What about the Magna? Or the Fagna? What are we calling it?
The Dragna.
The Dragna. The Dragna. Will it live another day?
100%. I think we will clean up our fueling, and you'll probably see it at a roll race pretty soon.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll race, probably bigger jets, and see what happens. Might live.
Go to Warwick. Warwick's the place to go to, eh?
I think we should do an 8th mile challenge now.
Well, we've got to get out there. Let's see what
Everyone
happens.
could do it in the quarter. I reckon we should do it the 8th mile. That'd be a different game too.
That would be a different.
Better stay tuned for that one. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for inviting us out.
Right on. Thanks, Zach.
Well, $1,300 sure brings a lot of fun and joy.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's what we learnt tonight. Is you can have a hell of a lot of fun for $1,300. Get out here with your mates and see what you can do. So that's buying a car and doing what they do, running 12s.
Yeah.
So the boys from Nugget Garage got into 12s. Most of them got into the 13s. Some breakdowns.
What's up, Overtakers? How are we going?
We're here. Woo.
We are. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Not a Happy New Year yet. We'll get to that next week. But it is a Merry Christmas, that's for sure. A little Christmas theme set. We forgot our Santa hats, but we got our Superformance hats as always.
We do. It brings you to the next slide, right?
You remember to turn the microphone on this week?
I did.
Was that last week?
It was a couple of weeks or last week. I don't know. One of the weeks. I remembered all the answers though.
You remembered the answers to the quiz. That's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. So, before I jump to the next slide, you said there's the Superformance. Go to the next slide. But we usually talk about the weekend.
What is there to talk about?
I don't know. We had Christmas. Anyone else have Christmas? Was it just us?
I think this was just us. 5 a.m. knock on the door.
When's everyone else having Christmas?
It's next week. It's been postponed.
It's Boxing Day, so it's still time for Christmas drink. I hope you're having a Christmas drink with us and have some eggnog, maybe. No, I don't think we do that.
Yeah, I'm on the Cokes.
On the Cokes. So, but it was a good little Christmas break, wasn't it? Back to work tomorrow, but and then a weekend.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. So we'll see what's happening. Maybe I'll get out to a car event this weekend. Maybe Munchies Friday night. Munchies. There's a possibility.
We'll give a shout to all the people in the chat. Charles Galea was here. Sally, Lynn, Johnny Skidpig, Dave H, of course, is in the chat.
Always here.
Shane Fitzgerald, how you going, mate? Merry Christmas. Scott Sherrington's in. How you going? Bet he's excited.
Yes, Scott was our winner for the quiz this week.
He's going up against our resident brain dead Muppet, Marv.
Marv, who says he's a brain dead Muppet, but he keeps winning, and I don't think he's too brain dead on these quiz questions at all. So he's got this stuff pretty well down pat, and he's doing really well. Maybe he'll just end up our permanent, like he's our carryover champion at the moment. Maybe it'll be just our permanent. You just got to see if you can beat Marv.
Yeah.
So it's good. Mal's here having prawns and a bundy.
There you go.
Top job. Had some prawns yesterday too, and were they good? Just some good tiger prawns. Loved it. A couple of kilos. Woo. Well, I didn't eat all of them, but we had a couple of kilos. And I ate a fair few of them, I can tell you. Glenn's here as well.
And Shane said cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. I've got a few lined up, ready to go for the show. So we'll go through some car news. We don't really have any Christmas stories, but
it is what it is.
We could talk about an EV sleigh. Santa might be getting rid of the reindeers for a bit of battery power. Maybe going for a hybrid.
Maybe
hybrid sleigh. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But weekend we didn't do too much. Did we? Car-wise, what did we do on the weekend? I don't even remember.
We did nothing.
We did nothing. Edit. You did all the editing.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyler ran around, got the footage because I had half of it, and
it was like
I had the
half
GoPro
an hour before I uploaded it.
Yeah, finished editing it.
Got the final piece of the puzzle and slotted it in.
Got those GoPro shots.
Yeah.
And they made it too. I tell you, it was worth coming all the way over to get those. So it was good.
I was lucky it's holiday time, so there wasn't as much 5 o'clock peak traffic.
True. It was good. It was a very good video, actually. You did very well on that edit. So 13s for 1300 if you didn't just watch it at the start. Make sure you get across and have a look at that view. Look at that. The views are getting up on it, actually. So
yeah, it's a popular one.
Good to see. So yeah, it is something popular, and I think people enjoy the more. We were talking about it before. People are enjoying more interviews, more talking.
Yeah.
Rather than just
and more
music
attainable
and
things too, right?
Over and over again.
Like $1,300 in hindsight is doable. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have a car in that one next year. We'll let everyone know about that. So if you want to come and run against us,
yeah,
and see who can get the quickest time. Of course, it's 1300, but Nugget Garage have set the benchmark of 12 seconds. So well, they got a 12.4. I think. I don't think we showed the 12.4 in the video, but I think they got a 12.4.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure the lowest was actually a 12.4. So yeah, Marv says a new invention, a gimbal with a lemon squash holder. You might have, I think
it's in the Skid Factory video.
I think we might have mentioned that in the Skid Factory video.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have been in their last one with the Lolvo. Lolvo. What did I say?
Lolvo.
Volvo.
He said the Lolvo.
Well, there has been a few of these. I did start a little early. It wasn't working today, so that makes a difference.
Well, kick it over into the first slide.
All right, we'll mention our resident sponsors.
There, and
the slide is
wrong hand. There we go. That one over there.
Got it?
Yeah.
Is it working? I can't see the screen. I've got no idea. Superformance, as we always mention, they are supporters. Grant is a big supporter of us, and we're just always on board because of the fact that we do this because we have a passion for cars and we love what we do. And we've had a few people messaging us and emailing asking us for free things.
Yeah.
We do not have any form of income from doing this stuff, so there is no free things. I'm sorry, but yeah, people saying, "Oh, have you got any extra shirts and hats?" Man, we are not that financial, so we currently make on our best videos $7 per video, if that. So I think we get about
last few weeks it was like 60 cents.
Yeah, because YouTube rates have gone down. You get like a dollar per 1,000 views or something like that, right?
I don't even think that. Really.
Not even that high now. So we do
Depends
not make
on
much.
who you are.
We get about $25 per episode for our sponsors, which is a pretty damn good deal on their behalf. We need to ramp that up. So, yeah, we'll get there one day. We'll just keep doing the stuff because we love it, though. Hey, That's what it's all about. So yeah, get across and jump on Superformance though, because they do support us, and that was they helped us buy some GoPros and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was big.
Marv, I've been Wish knows what I want. It's been giving me advertisements for turbos that are about $150. I'm thinking in the budget I can fit 2.
Need 2 of those. Twin turbo. Well, does that kick us into our first story?
Yeah, I guess it can.
Talking about a Yaris.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone's been watching Mighty Car Mod, so there's probably a little bit of action about Yaris on there.
Mm-hmm.
And
not the new Guru Yaris.
No, but definitely been Yaris mentioned on there. So there's people are talking about Yarises. So you know, people have been buying up mirrors. I've noticed on their group side as well. So, but we've also been talking about in the last few weeks in the news. We have talked about hot hatches.
Yeah.
And different manufacturers. Can you remember any? Put you on the spot.
Ford Focus, Renault.
Yep.
Abarth? No, not Abarth.
Suzuki Swift last week.
Suzuki, yeah.
Hyundai. Yep. They're all bringing out these hot hatches, are they? And then Yaris does have a hot hatch, and they have a performance pack.
Yeah, coming out.
But not for us.
Yeah,
the
performance pack is a no-go for Australia.
Is this it? I got a picture. I'm pretty sure I've got a picture up there now. Is that the performance pack? You're studying that. Does it say on the back window? Heroes for Christ. Watch out for sudden fire bursts. It's the Batmobile Yaris. That's not it. I'm back onto my I did find my photos.
This isn't that the hatch isn't coming to Australia. They are going to bring the GR over, but the performance pack is not the. So if you want the extra options on top, it's not happening.
Yeah.
They're
still doing a hot hatch, right? That's the GR.
They said that they think that it's not going to be attainable if they have these performance packs, looking at the market size, and that's why they're not going to bring it to Australia.
So what do we get in the model that we will see, which is the standard GR?
The standard GR Yaris. It's still pretty impressive considering it's a Yaris. It's a 1.6 litre turbo 3-cylinder, which develops around 185 kilowatts. And 350
kilowatts
newton
is a
meters.
little bit more impressive than 3-cylinder.
Out of a 3-cylinder.
Yeah, when you said 3-cylinder, I didn't find that impressive. But
185 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque. Final figures are TBC. Comes with a 6-speed manual and a unique all-wheel drive system with 3 modes. It also has a carbon fibre roof as standard, along with weight-shaving aluminum doors, bonnet and hatch. There are big brakes, 18-inch wheels wrapped in 225...
aluminum.
Yeah,
aluminium.
that's what I say every week. Aluminum. 225/40 Dunlop SP Sport Max tyres. But the performance pack that we're not getting adds in...
What we're not getting. This is what we're not getting.
Adds in Torsen limited slip diff, front and rear, introducing the ability to split drive torque left and right, as well as fore and aft, along with the Michelin Pilot Sports 4S tyres, and revised damper settings to take advantage of the extra grip.
So, as you said, there'll be no option for that in Australia, though, unfortunately, for the performance pack, just the first section.
Yeah. They said, of course, in the event that we get overwhelming market demand, we can always look at the option pack going forward, but right now we believe that the standard GR Yaris is a very capable car that will meet the requirements of the target audience in the Australian market.
Well, I guess the question is, has MCM made Yaris cool?
Who knows?
Their videos on the Yaris, I must say, are pretty damn good. They've done some amazing editing, some amazing videos.
Yeah.
They're actually quite entertaining to watch. They just brought out a new one about making they did a whole engine swap in it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that one?
I haven't watched the whole thing yet. No, I just watched the start.
Yeah,
see
definitely.
what was happening.
It was pretty cool. So, I don't know. What do you think? Can a Yaris be made cool?
or Yaris Hilton as they name theirs.
Well, I think this one is shaping up to be pretty cool.
The GR.
Hmm.
Yeah. Any comments? Shane, I could see says Yaris Hilton.
Scott said he's found a super cheap VP Mang Mang 11s on Bang.
Scott, yeah, and Scott says 12s for 1200 now. Is it? Well,
Marv said 11s for 1100.
Maybe. I think we could make it 12s for 1200 because they're already running 12s. The guys that have been out there done it. Let's drop the budget down $100, and now you still got to do it because I think they came in about $100 under budget too.
Yeah. Oh, only they were $90.
$90
once they brought their water meth sprayer.
The Bunnings back, which I don't think actually did them a whole lot.
He said it just made it bog down even more when he did it. It just bogged. It went. Brrr.
I don't know whether you saw that quality workmanship in that video, but they did have a Bunnings weed sprayer that they would pump up, and they had the trigger in the car, the hose running around through to the bonnet into do a water meth injection into the intake on the turbo, and would hit the button as they went down. But yeah, it's a bit hard to meter how much you're getting through on that one, of course, but it was well designed. So, I think maybe 12 for 1200 next year. That could be it. We don't know what we're going to do. We've got some ideas of what we might come up with. We'll try and do something different.
Johnny said, still a hairdresser car.
Yes.
And Scott said, answer to that, no, Dave. But I think
no one can make it cool.
He said, but I think the price of those 1.8 Corolla motors just went through the roof.
Yeah, yes. So even they can't make it cool. But their editing is freaking on point, I will say. That's great stuff. But, hopefully we can get to that level one day. So we got a comment from Marf as well, talking to Scott. Get the Corolla and put the 2AR in from the Camry. Go big block, not the baby stuff. Yeah, that could be fun. I think Marf wants in on our team. Pretty sure. We might talk to the boys at PJR and see if we can get something lined up for next year, and we'll pop down to the workshop and do something down there. I think we can get them interested. So, all right, let's jump into our next story. So, what else have we got? We've got EV.
Of course. You got to earn some dollars from your EV though, because you just smashed out many dollars on buying it.
I looked for a funny picture for this one, but I think I've used a lot of already up on these electric vehicle pictures.
So EVs are primed to play a key role in the electricity grid of the future through smart energy management and storage.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting story.
This is going to be the process which is known as vehicle to grid. It's going to essentially optimize the electric car's potential as both a receptacle and provider of electrical energy.
Now, you mentioned it last week, I think, in our quiz. You had a question in there that said about how often a car sits dormant for. Is that what was the? Do you remember that question?
Oh yeah, how much does a car sit around for? How long? How much of a lifetime? 90% was the answer.
Correct, but it's also 90% of cars that sit around for 90%. So what they're saying is not because 90% of cars sit around for 90% of the time, that they could be used as part of the electricity grid.
Yeah.
Storing and feeding power through. So basically just extra batteries.
Yeah. So maybe this could be your solar battery if you've got nothing.
Well, it's around feeding the grid. So when if you've seen the news lately, I think on the news they talked a lot around South Australia and Melbourne, and they're very heavy on the grids down there, and with the heat, especially during the heat wave, there's a lot of concern about everyone turning their ACs on and things like that. Massive draw then shuts down the system.
I know that happened in South Australia a few years back, and then Elon Musk helped them out with a big upgrade in the grid down there.
Correct. So that's what they're saying, that's where the benefit is. So when they're trying to draw all this power and etc., we could actually be having some storage banks that it would suck from.
Yeah.
So all these cars, if people have got EV sitting around in their sheds and they hook them all up, They could be part of the power grid.
Yeah.
And you could potentially get some sort of tariff for doing that, right? Am I on the money here?
I think so. I haven't read it.
Oh, come on. You send me these stories. Every week he does this. Oh, I haven't read the story. I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I don't read any of them. I read the title and go, that sounds like a cracker.
I may not have read too much tonight either. I might have been drinking. But,
that was Boxing Day sailing.
well, in a boat. Sailing boat?
Yeah.
That sort of sailing.
So, at this point, the vehicle is going to be effectively removing demand from the grid in a practice that's called peak shaving.
Yeah.
Which is when the EV owner hasn't used 100% of the car's battery capacity during the day, which then enables it to feed power into the household supply when the occupants are arriving home and using energy-intensive items like the stovetop, oven and the water heater.
Yeah, so we basically reap the financial benefit of selling battery power back to the grid. So the same way as solar, people with solar do now. Yeah, it's you can then also set up your car to then recharge your batteries at times of low demand, so off peak, late at night and early morning and stuff, and then feed in during the high peak times.
Yeah.
And actually earn money from it. So.
And then you can also use your car, such as the Nissan Leaf, and use that as an emergency or backup in case of a blackout.
You can power your house off your car.
Off your silent generator.
There you go. What do you reckon? We're convincing you anything on EV yet? I don't know.
We're convincing that they need to buy them and park them up.
It's like your Tesla Powerwall.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is that what it's called? The Tesla Powerwall?
I have no idea.
Something like that.
All I know is I want to get their roof tiles.
They've got roof tiles that are panels, have they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Solar roof tiles. So you can do your whole roof.
Oh. I've got 24 panels on the roof here.
There you go.
So, yeah, interesting story. Interesting, I thought.
Marv said he'll fit in the boot. So I'm thinking maybe if he's in the boot during the run, he can switch on the nitrous bottle while we're halfway down.
Well, interesting scenario is that when you're doing those runs, I think over 12 seconds at a test and tune, you can take a passenger.
There you go.
So as long as you're not going to run quicker than a 12, you can take a passenger in the car with you. But
so does that mean you can do it for the first run, and then if you run quicker than a 12, do you get booted, or what happens?
Well, I guess so. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you'd be in trouble.
You just go, I don't know the car was going to paid $1,200.
Didn't know, didn't expect it to. But yeah, most of the guys obviously didn't run a passenger.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to get the weight down so they could get quicker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Troy's in the chat. G'day, Troy. How you going?
Hello. Good evening.
G'day, Paulie. Paulie's in here as well. Good evening. How you going? Merry Christmas.
I'm going to find my chat. There it is.
And Johnny said, but what if you need to duck out to get milk or bread and the house has taken you power?
You got nothing left.
Is it time to...
Scott says, Marv, can you use a brain dead Muppet as a traction ballast? Oh, love it. It's cracked me up. Oh, sorry.
Time for the next story?
Next story?
Yeah.
Alright, back on track.
Well, we mentioned a fair few weeks ago now. 12-year-old son, who'd been playing his video games, and he really wanted a Lamborghini. So his dad decided that they would 3D print one.
This is one of our early stories, right?
Yeah. They were going to 3D print an Aventador, and they powered it with an LS motor.
Yep, and they actually did. They created every part with 3D printer, except for some critical parts around, obviously, the motor, which was LS.
Yeah.
The glass.
Yeah.
And some of the gauges and steering wheel and etc. Was not 3D printed. But the majority of the car was actually made on a 3D printer, and they created a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Well,
we have a little video to show.
Yeah, okay. Show the video.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
Well,
video.
we can mention that the father and son were able to enjoy a free black Lamborghini Aventador Roadster for a few days.
Yeah, so what happened is they made this thing on obviously that. We saw the story. Lamborghini have seen the story.
Yeah.
And then gone out and gave them the use of a real Lamborghini for a few days to enjoy. Have you watched it? I haven't watched the video.
I haven't watched the full video, no.
Oh, I better watch it. Let's go. Let's watch the video.
Xander reminds me a lot of me as a child. He has a very mechanical mind and he likes to build things.
We started playing this game. We would always drive the Lamborghini Aventador, and eventually I said to my dad, "Hey, could we build one of those?"
We had no clue. Then I had the idea that maybe we could do 3D printings.
I thought he was crazy, to be completely honest. The biggest overwhelming response I get from people is, what? He's doing what?
We've had a lot of failures, but every time we put a part on the car, we were always just like, wow, we gotta finish this project.
It's been 1.5 years now. It's still in progress, but by the time it's finished, it's gonna be awesome.
I got a phone call from Lamborghini, and the idea was that they were going to swap a real Aventador for our project in the dead of night. I think I got it done.
I love my dad.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're going to put us back on the screen now. There we go. Hello, hello. We're here.
I put my headphones down. That was how good did that thing sound? Gosh,
pretty wholesome story though.
Yeah.
That Lamborghini didn't just go and bring down the hammer and go, no, you can't do this. They went, this is cool.
It was like a good Christmas story.
I think I saw a lot of comments on the post that I saw this on, because I found it on Facebook, and people were saying, oh, if this was Ferrari, they would have had a lawsuit.
Oh, maybe. It is pretty cool though. It was cool, and we did do that story a while back, and it was cool to see something else come out of that story down the track a little bit later on. So it was a very cool story, very heartwarming, good story for Lamborghini. Good on them.
Shane said, what, that's awesome, lucky boys. Scott said, great publicity for Lamborghini. Certainly is. Paulie said it's fantastic to see them give him credit rather than try and punish him.
Yeah.
And Marv said, what a effing awesome ending to that story. I've been watching that build.
Ah, good. And definitely would have been a different story if the guy was trying to sell something out of it, right?
Yeah.
Then it's a different story.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, very cool from Lamborghini. Very good on them for recognising that.
That's just a good news story. Good news story. Well done. So, all right. Well, from a good news story to, I guess, a not so good news story. So, Subaru.
leaving Australian rallying. So
Yeah.
Toyota's going to get a free kick in the 2020 Australian Rally Championship.
The ACR, yeah, Australian Rally
Mhm.
Australian Championship Rally, ACR, ARC.
The ARC.
The ARC, they won't be in it anymore.
Hmm.
And when you think of rally, I think of Subaru, like that.
Subaru and Mitsubishi going at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's the
Subaru
rivalry.
really came to light for me through rally.
Hmm.
In the days of Colin McRae and
Yeah.
watching that, and yeah, I guess he's not Australian rally, but
Hmm.
still, it just seems strange that they wouldn't be
In the
involved.
rally, yeah.
Well, I do find that a bit of an unusual story. Now, of course, you wouldn't have any idea because you wouldn't have read the story. But do you know why they're not going to be in the Australian rally?
No.
Because I'm going to ask you now, just to really put you on point and make him work for this. Work for no money that you
the most successful make in history of the Australian Rally Championship, Subaru, is now turning its back on the sport. After 16 drivers' titles, most recently with Molly Taylor in 2016, Subaru Australia says it's moving its money out of motorsport. The decision gives a giant free kick to Toyota, which triumphed in this year's Forest Fight through second-generation racer Harry Bates and seems set for a period of dominance with its locally developed four-wheel drive turbocharged Yaris prototype.
The Yaris is back again.
Mm.
Now, who won this year? Because someone got handed the win. Because when we
That
did
was
this,
the WRC.
Oh, that was WRC. Okay. Sorry. Just ignore that comment. Retracted.
Yeah,
I deleted that.
Okay. It said, we won the championship in 2016. The car acquitted itself very well against newer lightweight competitors. And
This has been going on since 1985, right?
Mm.
Like, that's how far back they've been, was it RX Turbo?
Yeah.
Back in 85. And before the WRX was the Liberty.
Hmm.
So, they've certainly been involved in rally Australia for a long time.
Yeah.
And you would think that a lot of the sales have come about because of it, wouldn't you?
So, the racer, which was Taylor, the one who won, Molly Taylor, she said, Subaru's decision is obviously really disappointing, but I was in an awesome position for 4 years, and I cannot be disappointed about that. Hopefully something will come along, she told Car Sales. I want to keep driving and will hopefully be able to do something, but at this point I'm not sure what the future holds. Still, we've always done things that I didn't expect or couldn't plan, so I'll keep pushing. I'm happy to be continuing as a brand ambassador for Subaru.
Yeah.
And obviously Subaru's withdrawal is going to take much of the heat out of the Rally Championship, which is, according to Toyota Gazoo Racing team boss Neil Bates. I think there was a bit of chat going on in the Discord about Gazoo.
Yeah, we talked about Gazoo and what sort of a crap name that was.
Motorsport is about competition, so we'll miss them as competitors. Taxi already. You don't even have to go anywhere. Motorsport is about competition, so we'll miss them as competitors. They pushed us to strive for our best. We always knew we had to beat them to win, says Bates. So it's a bit disappointing, but they're just pulling their money out of motorsport.
Oh, yeah. I'm just surprised. I really think a lot of their success in the market has come from that.
Hmm.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? I'd love to hear some comments on this one because, I do definitely feel that that's exactly where it's come from, you know? Without that success in motorsport, would have they had the sales that they've had over all these years?
Hmm. We have a couple more comments. Paulie said, all my dad got me for Christmas was spanners, thrown at me from across the workshop. I joke about it, but I think we all owe our dads and mums for turning us into petrol heads.
He didn't get him a printed Lamborghini.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good present until he mentioned I've thrown at him across the workshop.
And Paulie said, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Ford and Lancia are all the great icons of rally in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And Marv said, not my parents. they hated cars. He
Ah.
said he was addicted from watching Group A as a kid while they were out at the bowling club during the weekends.
There you go.
And Johnny said, didn't they can the last round because of the bushfires down south, or was that the WRC? I'm pretty sure it was the WRC that was canned.
Yeah. Yeah, that was because of the bushfires and the wind went to, remember?
Hyundai, maybe?
It may have been Hyundai. Because they were in the lead at that point, yeah. So, yeah, the end. So, gone from a happy story to a possibly sad story to see them going. I don't know. I don't know whether the next story is happy or sad. What do we? What is? Actually, the next story. I'm missing a story because the next story. I got to get my order correct. The next story is actually VW. I was thinking it was something else, but it's VW. You got that one?
No.
Catch up. So, my little
You never
heading
put
here.
it in here for me.
Didn't I?
Oh, there it is.
VW.
Oh, it's in the wrong order.
Yeah, just wrong order. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
VW to cough up for
We
clean
got
air.
a couple of comments quickly.
Okay,
Well,
go.
one comment. Paulie said he's surprised it hasn't happened earlier, to be honest, and I think it's pretty great that they have supported Australia for so long. I'm a huge fan of Possum Born.
There you go. So, the next story is about VW.
Mhm.
Now, back some time ago, we've had, what was it, Dieselgate?
Yeah.
I think Dieselgate.
Yep. It was a fair few years ago now.
It is. So, this was a big news story, and it was a great. I watched a story or a little bit of a series on it on Netflix or something. I think I found it around what happened here, and it was how far this went was massive. But VW basically created their cars so that when they were tested, they would perform exceptionally well on emissions tests. But then when you drove them on the road, the computer would run completely different and would not produce those same sort of emissions. It was obviously much worse. So they made their cars appear to be a lot cleaner, the diesels, than what they were, hence Dieselgate. And then there was a class action because of this. So you could get on the class action if you were a VW owner and you bought one of these VWs, you could get in part of the class action and sue Volkswagen.
Yeah.
And they were handed some massive fines.
That was their Christmas present.
Well,
and they were given $125 million in penalties.
Yeah, they've just been upped. So it's actually increased because originally and this is just part of it because this is the ACCC. This is just the Australian side of it. The ACCC replaced the $75 million sum that had already been imposed by the federal court judge. Justice Foster in October had imposed $75 million, and they've just come back and said no, we're changing it, and they've brought it to $125 million. So this is now a record, I believe, fine.
There you go.
Yeah, so for Australia. Here you go. So the subsequent $125 million penalty handed down to the Volkswagen's head office is the highest imposed on a company in Australian history. Volkswagen AG has indicated it may appeal the decision, but ACCC Rod Sims said Volkswagen's conduct was blatant and deliberate. The penalty reflects a trend of ever higher penalties for breaches in Australian consumer law.
The previous highest penalties were $10 million for Coles. Ford and Telstra were recently overtaken by penalties of $12 million against We Buy Houses, and then penalties of $26 million ordered against vocational training provider Empower Institute. So it's a little bit more. 125 million is a little bit more than 26 million.
But it's based on how big a company VW is, though, right?
Yeah.
And how many people were affected, because that's what it goes on. So today's 125 million in penalties were imposed under the old penalty regime of up to 1.1 million per breach. 1.1 million per breach. Under the laws that came in effect last year, the maximum penalties are now higher of 10 million, 3 times the profit or benefit obtained of, and it cannot be determined than 10% of turnover. So 10% of turnover for Volkswagen, I would imagine, would be quite high.
Yeah.
But this was done under the old laws, and it still equated out to 125 million. So essentially, Volkswagen software made its diesel cars, utes and vans operate in 2 separate modes. One that was designed to test well, and another that operated the vehicle when it was actually being used, and it produced higher emissions at that point. This was concealed from Australian regulators and the tens of thousands of Australian consumers that drive these vehicles. Important to know that this obviously wasn't just Australian consumers.
Yeah.
This was this is the Australian fine, but this was a worldwide incident. It's quite an interesting story if you check it out.
Yeah.
You might be able to search and find some stuff on it on Netflix. I can't remember the series that I was watching. I'll try and find that and maybe throw it up in Discord or something. I'll try and find that later.
I'll put a link to the Discord now, so if anyone's not on there, you can jump on it.
Get on Discord. Do get on Discord. Discord's worth getting onto. There's lots of things on there. There may be giveaways and things that you might miss out on. You could have been part of tonight's quiz if you'd been on Discord and entered the competition.
Yeah.
But Scott managed to get on there and do that one and entered. There was a 5 or 6 people that entered, so it's not massive numbers. It's fairly easy to get through.
Fairly good chances.
And he win or lose tonight, he gets a prize. There is a prize pack coming out to Scott and a muff as well for competing as always, and we got one for Johnny for last week.
Yeah.
For coming on short notice. Was that or the week before?
Last week.
It was last week. I forget.
Yeah. So we've got a couple comments. Marv said all VW was doing was what we all do when we're trying to pass our modified cars, by trying to do a dodgy on the EPA and turning it down before we get past, then go full unburned fuel out of the exhaust rich.
But it's definitely different for VW to do it than us to do it. Because VW is a manufacturer.
Yeah. And Jamie said execs at VW recently stated that they'd reviewed processes and had ironed all the bugs out. Scott said, who gets the money from these fines and what will it be used for?
ACCC, I don't... It's a good question. I don't know.
If it's a class action lawsuit, don't you get some sort of payout for that?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I work for a company that's been through class action. Yeah, and most of it goes to lawyers, to be honest. I think we were involved in something that cost about 25 million, and I think about 15 million went to the lawyers.
There you go. Well, Paulie said an interesting thing around this is while VW cheated on their emissions, they didn't actually breach the Australian standard at the time. I think that's also says in this as well that VW are going to...
They're going to appeal.
Yeah.
Correct.
And Johnny Skidpig says, what I want to know, was it VW Australia or was it VW Europe that did it?
VW Europe. So it was head office.
Yeah.
It was definitely from the top. So, and it was a lot of backroom stuff went on in the whole thing. That's why the story was a little bit interesting. The money goes to ScoMo's Hawaii Holiday Fund, apparently. All right.
On to the next one.
Next one.
Marth's favourite brand.
What do we got? And Marth, this is why we did it. Hyundai. We got electric vehicles in. We got Hyundai in tonight. As always, you guys are just screaming out. We just get so many messages. Guys, can you please tell us more about electric vehicles? And can you please give us more Hyundai stories? Or maybe they said stop. I can't remember. It was either please give us more or stop. I can't remember. Either way, we've got some in. So we got Hyundai's flying car. So I'm pretty sure I've got a picture up of it there for you. That's the flying car from Hyundai. And they're talking about actually having this as being released. And
Are they releasing that one?
Prototype. That's it.
I don't think it is.
Hey?
I have a feeling it's not. That's not the one that I'm looking at.
That's not what you're looking at?
No.
What's wrong with it?
It just doesn't look like it.
That looks like sort of looks like a Hyundai to me. I like it's just.
It's not the Hyundai that they're marketing.
Yeah, hang on. Let me fix that up. Is that better?
That's better.
There you go. So they're going to reveal a flying car, and the Korean car maker is going to debut their personal air vehicle at the Las Vegas Tech Show in 2020.
That's awesome.
Hey?
It's exciting.
Yeah. What sort of how do we measure a flying car when it comes to?
We can't. There's no regulations or anything about them at the moment, so it's still a bit of an unknown. So they're pretty much illegal, really.
Like it's pretty hard when you talk about
Oh yeah.
Kilowatts or kilowasps.
Max flight speed.
Max flight speed. Is that where we're going to go to?
Mhm.
No more kilowasps.
Yeah.
Maybe
So it's
flying wasps.
It's a VTOL, which is a vertical takeoff and landing vehicle. They're presenting this, obviously, as you said, at CES.
Yep.
And essentially, they want to, as most automotive makers who are trying to do this in the flying car race, want to take up the use of airspace to alleviate road congestion and give back quality time to city commuters. So interesting stuff, hey? Flying cars. What do you reckon?
We did.
We spoke to Nathan.
We spoke to Nathan at the MTOQ, who've done some work on some flying car prototype stuff. And I think it's currently over in Japan.
Yeah.
The prototype. Well, he said that they can't do much with it because there's no regulations.
Yeah.
What you were saying. So, yeah, I don't know. Are we ready for our Jetson cars yet? Do you know who the Jetsons are?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
You know that one?
I do.
Seen the movie?
I haven't seen the movie.
No, there's no movie.
There's no movie?
I don't
What
know.
do they
No. Just testing.
We'll find out.
So I said to me the other day, they find it funny that you've seen none of these movies that we always talk about.
Jetson the movie.
There is a Jetson the movie.
Yeah, it's got a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 2 out of 5 on
27%.
Empire.
That's pretty crap. Oh, George Jetson.
Yeah, I get a couple of comments. Johnny said iLoad becomes an eye drop. Scott said a flying car just opens up so many regulatory cans of worms, it's not funny. Marv said in before Holden owners say they only need their LS motors to fly. Is that all you need though?
Agreed.
And Mal said I like Dave's version better.
Yes, I thought it was good. Hyundai is the latest car maker to present its vision for the future transport via autonomous electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. So not only
the VTOL, as I mentioned.
Yeah, so not only not only flying vehicle, but also electric and also autonomous. It's got a bit of everything going on here.
Yeah.
It follows Toyota, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Boeing, and Geely, plus a range of others, including Airbus, Google, and Uber, which have promised to operate robo-taxis in Melbourne from 2020.
There you go.
Yeah. The idea behind VTOL vehicles is to cut travel times and build up areas and reduce that congestion, as you mentioned, and pollution.
Yeah, pollution. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see on that one.
There you go. Johnny said there is a plane over in the States that has an LS swap.
Oh. Well, we saw a Bobcat that was shared by Mal on Discord.
Yep.
So again, just another plug for Discord. Get on there. You can see that. Check out an LS swap Bobcat. Share
It is
your
free.
pics.
Yeah.
Oh, completely free. Discord's free. It's just a place to go on and you can share links. And you can't share links, I think, in YouTube chat, right?
No, you can't.
You can share links. You can throw pictures up. You can say, "Look at this, story I saw this week, guys. You should talk about this next week." Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all on there. Next story.
There's lots of droughts everywhere in Australia at the moment. Lots of fires, all sorts of things being caused.
Although we did get a bit of rain up here for Christmas,
Hmm.
which was very good, but
obviously with the droughts comes water restrictions.
I think Sydney are on level 2. Right?
We had water restrictions for a little bit, and I'm not sure what's going on now.
Yeah,
I don't know how bad they were.
But
I don't think it was major water restrictions.
level
but
2
yeah.
water restrictions, I believe, down in Sydney. And car wash on water restrictions. I got a photo, I got a picture.
I don't think that's it.
Hey, that's a car wash picture. I found a picture on Google of car washes.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right one.
I'm pretty sure she's offering quality hand wash.
Yeah, I don't think
hand
it's
car
the right.
washes.
I don't think that's the right hand wash.
See, like the kids are like $5 a car, $8 a truck, and she's saying good quality hand wash. Or
I don't
hand
think
job
that's the right one.
for $5.
Yeah, wrong one.
I heard she made a lot of money that day.
Probably.
Right.
I don't think she washed many cars.
There was lots of cars, interiors that needed cleaning. Anyway, let's move on to the picture. There you go. So
it's not impossible to clean your car during water restrictions, but there are some clever techniques to get the best results while staying within the law.
now, what is cool is Maguire's have developed, and look, I don't think it'd be too hard for you to make your own at home anyway. But Maguire's have got their 15-litre wash bucket, that you would buy, I don't know, super cheap, wherever. Not affiliated with them in any way, but if they would like to be, please contact us. Maguire's or Super Cheap or anyone. They got a 15-litre bucket with a plastic hose adapter in the base of it, right? And that's worth $15.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd be too hard to make your own.
Yeah, probably not.
So, and what you can do is you can fill that bucket, plug your hose into it, and run that into your gurney, and you can top that up with your hose under level 2 water restrictions.
Yeah.
You can run your hose into the bucket to then power your gurney, and that is well within the requirements of the law.
Yeah.
But you must also have a hose adapter or a hose nozzle that is there's a water approved restriction garden nozzle.
Oh, okay.
And as long as you're filling your bucket via that, then you're fine. And you can still gurney wash.
There you go.
I know I don't use a whole lot of water when washing by gurney. And the thing is that people are saying bucket washing could actually use more water than, properly directed hoses, etc.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a good little idea, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you reckon?
And they even, on car advice here, have said that you can simply drill a 33mm hole in the bottom of an existing bucket.
Oh, there you go.
Buy a plastic hose adapter and make your own.
We should make a video on that. That's a video idea.
Yeah.
Make our own car wash bucket and test it out. It would not be very difficult. That's
But yeah, so this is obviously because in New South Wales, particularly at the moment, are experiencing most of the level 2.
Yep.
The fine for breaching the restrictions is $220 for individuals and $550 for businesses. And under the level 2 water restrictions, it says that you can use drinking water to wash your car, motorbike or caravan with a bucket or watering can, or at a commercial car wash.
Yeah, look, Paulie's noticed my earlier picture and he's all over that. He said $5 for hand wash. What a great deal. So,
but in saying that though, with the level 2 water restrictions, okay, but during level 3, 4 and 5 water restrictions, the use of buckets is restricted to certain times of the day or banned altogether, leaving owners to resort to waterless car wash solutions.
Yeah, and that always worries me.
Yeah.
Because it creates some sort of version of pushing dust around on your car with a cloth.
Yeah.
And a spray. Yeah, we'll see. But a good little idea on that one. Get you through. Righto, what have we got? Next is we'll move on. Mustangs. You got a comment?
Got a couple of comments. Marf said he literally spent $800 at Super Cheap today, 30% off everything. I didn't even know they sold turbos for GCG and Garrett disco potato
they?
for $1,100, down from $1,750.
Did
There
they
you
really?
go. Well, now
I
you
didn't
just
know
got to
that.
get a $200 car and you're done. And then you're going to just sit it there because there's no fab, no tune.
Johnny said Pittsworth's got, they're on level 4.
175 litres per day.
Stanthorpe's level 6. Yeah, they're trucking water every day. In the
Actually,
Stanthorpe.
read a story about people were saying that Chris Hemsworth had gotten
I
a
heard
truck
about
of
that.
water into his
To water his gardens?
water his $1 million garden, but it was actually drinking water for his family.
Yeah, he says.
Yeah.
No, it was my drinking water, and he didn't use any of it on the garden. All right, we got the Roosh pack
Mhm.
for Mustangs in
For the
2020.
2020 Stage 3 Rouge pack on is going to be available in Australia.
This one is available, unlike the
Mm.
Yaris. Mustangs have a lot of options actually that are coming up.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of stories on different things across the weeks with Mustangs that are coming in.
Mhm.
But the Stage 3 Roosh pack is going to be available. And
On the MY20 Mustangs, and they can cop 559 kilowatts from Mustang Motorsport.
yeah. What else do you know about these things?
908 newton meters of torque via a supercharged upgrade.
Yep.
The Rouge Stage 3 or RS3, sorry Audi, kit will have enough grunt to rival the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 with 567 kilowatts and 847
Which we have
newton meters
mentioned
of torque.
previous week.
Yeah. Its claimed performance fish.
The performance fishes.
It's claimed
are going to swim around.
Its claimed performance figures are also nothing to scoff at, with a 0 to 97 kilometers an hour said to be a 3.6 second exercise, and the quarter mile to be dispatched in 11.2 seconds.
Okay. It'll look good to hear. There's more stuff, as I said. There's more things coming for.
And this all
Mustang.
comes at an expected price point just below $50,000 with your own 2020 Mustang GT supplied.
It's 50 grand spend on top of your Mustang.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that drives the price up a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's like carbon fiber wing and all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah. And this runs much cheaper than
Different
the
wheels.
GT500s.
Yeah. Still, so you get different wheels, you get carbon fiber wing as well, you get different trim, redesigned interior, boost gauges, billet paddle shift for the autos, and of course a Roush key fob.
And Johnny said it's pronounced Roush.
Roush. I can't pronounce shit tonight, but I'll try. Roush.
Caleona
Thank
is
you,
in the
Johnny.
chat.
Caleona?
He said he saw a King of Toe post.
Oh, yeah, I was watching King of Toe just yesterday. I didn't see... No, not yesterday. Christmas Day they did another video, but I didn't see their Christmas Day video. But was watching King of Toe on Christmas Eve. And he was working through Christmas. He's out there, he's got the builds going. He's got some V8 stuff coming up. Definitely some cool stuff coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And...
Is that pretty much it for that story?
yeah, let's move on. Because we've got another Mustang story.
Mm-hmm.
I should go to the slides.
This is
There
all
you go.
about
setting free your Mustang.
Your GT500s.
So about
Must have seen a crowd.
it's a bit of an issue that you must have seen a crowd. What tried to direct for them.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than seeing a horse float in an accident. And this is exactly what we've seen here with these Mustangs trying to be set free after a dangerous accident.
Let's bring up the news video. Yeah?
Hang on, did you know that the Mustang was not named after a horse?
There you go.
It's named after an airplane,
Oh.
not
There
a
you
horse at all. So just throw that out there. Did anyone else know that? It's actually to do with an airplane, not a horse.
Fun fact. There you go.
You got a video?
I do.
How
Switch
long
over
is this
to it now.
video?
47 seconds, I believe.
That is not enough time for me to run to the toilet and back. I'll have another.
we're back.
We
There
are
go.
back.
That was a quick one. I didn't think it was 47 seconds. I thought it was 40 seconds, but it's obviously not.
I nearly thought about running away, but I'll just finish another drink.
Mal said we could do 11s for $110,000 drag challenge with the Mustang. Scott said I beat him to it. Paulie said he did know. The P51 Mustang, powered by the greatest motor ever.
Spot
the
on.
Rolls-Royce Merlin.
Spot on. Spot on.
Oh, Steve. How you going? Steve
Hey, we
Wilds
haven't
in the
seen you
chat.
for ages,
He
Steve.
said
Good to
he's-
see you,
he's-
mate. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas,
Hope
mate.
you're well.
I hope you are well. Yes, definitely. Great to see you out and about and back on and saying g'day to us on the video. Appreciate it.
And if you want to run to the bathroom, I can talk about the next story.
Yeah, because I look another drink.
As long as you bring up the slide for me.
No, I can't do that. I can't do everything. Come on. What is the next story?
Well-
the next story is an important one, though.
You
Hang
can-
on, we will set up the. I'll hold out.
Okay. Well,
Because don't be a bloody tosser.
Hmm.
Now this is
there's
what.
too many people are doing this, and it's caused a fair few of the grass fires.
Yeah.
And one I was driving over here one day, and they were putting out a fire at Oxenford that was started by a cigarette.
Mm.
Someone flicked their cigarette out as they went off the exit and
we
started
got
a fire.
We got Scott on, who's part of the rural
Mhm.
fireys as well, and mate, and I'm sure he would certainly back us up on this.
Hmm.
Be a smoker, that's fine, but have some sort of means of disposing of your cigarette. Personally, I say don't smoke in your freaking car,
Yeah.
but that's just me. And I'm a reformed smoker. Yes, I'm a reformed smoker. I have given up. Well, I gave up multiple times,
Hmm.
but the last time I gave up, I've given up now for what, I don't know,
I don't know how many years.
3, 4 years.
I think maybe even longer.
I don't know. I've given up for a while. I certainly don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore.
Yeah.
But as a smoker, I never smoked in a vehicle.
I saw a guy rolling down the highway in his Audi R8, smoking a cigarette.
Actually,
That's
sorry.
like a couple $100,000 car.
And I saw one recently. Remember I was talking to you on the phone about that car that... what
Yeah,
that?
it was like a
That
done
was
up.
an Audi.
It was an Audi, but it was like not just the normal one. It was performance packed, like,
Yeah.
to the max.
And I'm like, he's just like hanging out the window with his durry. I'm like, oh my god, this just drives me crazy. And sorry, I will take that back because if I go right back in my early days of driving and stuff, yes, I did smoke in my cars back then. But then as I got older, I'm like, why would I smoke in my car?
Yeah.
Ruining my AC, and then I would just wait and not smoke in the car. And obviously, as you have kids and things like that,
It's against the law now.
You were once a child.
It's
And,
against the law now to smoke in the car with any
under
kids
14
under
or
16,
something?
I think.
16? Yeah.
Got a couple of comments. Will, Merry Christmas, lads. Looking festive as ever. Thank you.
Got the
Merry
Christmas
Christmas
set.
to you too.
Christmas set. Merry Christmas.
Steve said, good to see you guys too. Johnny said, time for a dunny dash.
Yes.
And Shane said, yeah, it's not hard to have a bottle in your car to put it out.
Yeah, just an Coke bottle or something like that with a bit of water in the bottom and throw it in there.
Mad Kiwi's in the chat. How you going? Merry Christmas. He said, who got Santa by his sack?
You got nabbed. Math, ash burns and interiors. Instant death. Yeah, now I had a mate who dropped his cigarette, and it was his birthday yesterday. Christmas Day was his birthday. Old Pee Wee. You remember Pee Wee? And we were in my VK Commodore, and he dropped his cigarette in his lap and then burnt the seats and burnt a big hole, like it was on fire. We had to pull over and everything. But a friggin' big hole in my seats in the VK. Back in the day, you would have been, would have been a baby back in those days. So, that really pissed me off. So we may have been drunk and driving from the pub too, because things we did back in those days, and we were out in the country, out in the sticks. But yeah,
A couple more comments. Mad Kiwi was editing. He got carried away. Scott
For his
said
Christmas
nothing shifts or shits him. He recorrected himself. He said shits him more. It is one of the biggest causes of fires.
there you go. And this is a guy that's out there bloody working hard for us. And I've got a few friends out there in the rural fire brigades that are out there doing it tough, and they take all this time off in their own time from work to do this stuff. They use their annual leave up to go out and do this stuff. So my hat's off to these guys.
Yeah.
And if it shits him off, then we shouldn't be bloody doing it. So. Great to see everyone saying g'day to each other, and what a great community we've got built here.
Is in the chat. How are you going? Merry
G'day.
Christmas.
Hey, how are you? Merry Christmas.
But yeah, and well, now they're got a penalty on it whenever there's a total fire ban. So you're gonna now cop $11,000 fine.
Yes, and that's the actual story that we were getting to.
And
we
10
got carried
demerits.
away.
It used to be 5 demerits and $660 fine.
And you can dob people in for this, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know...
Oh, hang on. No, that's your passenger's going to get $660.
$660 for the passenger?
Yeah. So 5 demerit points off your license is the best case scenario if you're found flicking the burning cigarette out of your car window, while your passengers won't get off lightly either. For them, it'll be a $660 fine. However, if you're foolish, that's not during it. That's normal. So, however, if you're foolish enough to do so during a total fire ban, the penalty for drivers jumps up to 10 demerit points, which is almost your entire license, and a fine of up to $11,000. And passengers will have to fork out $1,320 if they commit the same offence.
Well, that's good. That's good. And I know... Sally, I don't know if Sally's still watching there, but Sally mentioned the other day that she was following someone, and she could see them with their cigarette out in the window, and she was at the recycling centre actually, and so she was queued up at the recycling centre, and she was just waiting for them to throw the smoke butt out the window, so she had the camera ready filming. She's like, I'm dobbing them in, because if you get footage of someone doing it, you can send that in and they'll get fined.
Yeah. Well, I watched something recently. It was like a Vice documentary where this is in New York, I think it was, and this guy would go out and if a bus has been idling or a car or whatever is idled for a certain period of time, you can report it. And this guy was like making like thousands of dollars because they give you a kickback each one you got them. So he'd go out with his stopwatch and film it and like timestamp film it, and he'd record it, and then he'd get him and nab him with the council.
Kickback. Your reward. Oh, not bad. All right, let's do some crazy laws. Yep.
I am.
You got some?
Yep.
You reckon you got me this week?
I do.
Should I go first, or you go?
You go first.
I should go first. You reckon you got me this week?
Yeah.
So I've been pretty good on these last couple of weeks, haven't I? You got to admit.
Well, I won last week, I think. Did I win last week or the week before?
Yeah.
I won with this. I won with
you winning.
I won with the suspicious salmon. That's all I remember.
I don't remember. That was like 2016 or something. Whoever remembers that?
Bloody Steve. You didn't have to. He said,
just good to see as he donated.
He said $50 donation to
Holy
our
doolies.
account. Merry Xmas. You guys so deserve it.
Mate.
Oh, you're a legend.
Mate,
Merry
thank
Christmas.
you. Thank you. We did not expect that. I appreciate that. Really do.
You certainly didn't have to.
You certainly didn't have to. You're allowed to come and watch some of our videos without donating as well, Steve, but we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Steve's, I know, got some of our gear. He's wearing a shirt down there of ours. If you want to get a shirt, get on our site. You got a link for the merch?
I do.
Get a link for the merch, because if you want to get on and grab our merch, there's a Christmas present to get yourself something, and it'll help us get some fuel and whatever. And Steve's helping us, as he says, always supporting the cause. Man, that is so cool.
Yana is in the chat, and he said his Christmas was ruined by a junkie breaking into his house. She was in a drug-induced psychosis. He's glad his family wasn't home.
Shit. Wow, that is full on.
And there you go. Paulie said I won last week.
I don't remember that. Are you sure, Paulie?
I'm ready to take the W again tonight.
All right. He thinks he will. Oh, that's bad. The break-in. Yeah, glad the family wasn't
I remember when I worked at the fruit shop, we had this lady come in on drugs once, and she walked out the back and just started cutting watermelons.
Really?
Yeah. And apparently she'd been going through like the entire shopping centre. Like she went into the back of Noodle Box and like started flicking the woks around and whatnot, and like started cooking.
I ended up in the kitchen in a shop in Cavill once.
There you go.
I'll tell you a story. Okay, here's my story. We'll do a story. We'll do a drunken story for Christmas. And it would have been, honestly, I think I was 15, so in my younger days. Had a slightly shorter beard.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about 15, and we lived in Toowoomba in those days. And I come down to the Gold Coast with a couple of mates.
Mm-hmm.
I think we drove down an unregistered car, unlicensed. We'd found a park in one of the car parks off the side down on the beach. And we walked down into Cavill. But before we did, we actually, in the car park, there was these guys sitting there having a drink, and they're, swigging out of this bottle of Jim Beam, and I'm, young, and I'm like, oh, mate, give us a drink, give us a drink. And we're carrying on, and he's like, you can drink it if you scull a lot. And he had an 11.25 of bourbon that was half full. And what do you do at the age of 15? I went, give it here. And I sculled a half an 11.25 of bourbon. And I have, to this day, I have never been as drunk as I was that night. And I remember, I don't lose my memory like some people do when they're drunk, unless I'm trying to pretend I have lost my memory because I know how much of a dick I was.
Yeah.
But I don't actually lose my memory. And I do remember that it hit me a little bit after, and it hit me pretty bad. And it was like, I've had concussion before, and when I had concussion, I actually was all cloudy. Everything was cloudy. And it was like that when I sculled this. Anything sort of probably 2 foot in front of me was like a haze, a fog.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up in Cavill, and I'm like, to me mates, I'm like, oh, yeah, for a piss. And I've ended up in the kitchen of some restaurant trying to take a whiz with all these guys. Oh, there was all these Asians and stuff running around and kicking me out of this kitchen. I do remember that. And then I ended up on the beach having a spew, and I probably spewed 50 or 60 times. I found my way back to the car because I had to go. I was so crook.
Yeah.
I had to go. My mates are like, you're a spastic, because I was that drunk. They just let me go on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were 15 minutes up the road to the car. It took me about 2 hours. I found it. I passed out beside the car because I couldn't get in it. The keys in it were there, and I think we put them in the wheel or whatever, but I couldn't. I was too inebriated to be able to do that. Passed out, laying beside the driver's side.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had actually broke in while I was there. I spewed 50 or 60 times in the garden, all over myself, whatever. Someone broke into the car over the top of me and stole everything out of the car. Half of it was strewn all over over the car park.
Mm-hmm.
My mates have come back and just looked at the shit everywhere and thought it was me. And they're like, this idiot, they chucked me in the car. Were very angry with me because they thought I'd just ripped everything out of the car and thrown it all over the car park. But we'd been broken into, and there was heaps of stuff missing, and and that was the drunkest I've ever been in my life.
There you go.
So I don't know how I got onto that story, but we did.
Well,
anyway,
Jeff, he said, "Evening, brothers. How you going? Merry Christmas."
Jeff, Merry Christmas,
you
brother.
And the fam.
My bearded brother.
Steve said, "Yeah, I know. I appreciate everything that you guys do." Well, thank you very much. It's people like you and everyone else that's here supporting us tonight in the chat that make us want to continue with doing this journey, and it's a lot of fun.
He's having a good laugh at my story.
And Mel said, "Lucky you lived, Dave, after half a bottle."
That must 11.25. There's a fair bit of bourbon in that. I was like 15. I sculled that thing down. I'm surprised they probably didn't bash me actually for it, but I don't know how I got away with it. But it was like nearly I was instantly drunk too. It was a mess. And I've never been that drunk in my life ever again. And that was from when I was 15. 2 or 3 years ago. So
crazy law time.
Crazy laws.
Don't forget.
I'm going first.
Don't forget to cast your vote for whichever law you think is the craziest, wackiest, funniest, however you define the winner. You just put that in the chat at the end.
Put Dave down. Dave. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Didn't.
Well, it didn't in Georgia. You are right. Yeah, it was like we rehearsed it. You didn't even know what my law was.
I've read it though. I've read the law. I didn't. It's not my law.
You know this one.
Yeah.
You know it. Okay, in Georgia, you will never know the answer to that joke because it is against the law in Georgia. It forbids chicken owners from letting their poultry cross the road.
There you go.
So Georgians will never know. There you go. That's my law.
Jamie said 15. That was a month ago. All right. Well, my law is from Australia.
Right.
And one Australian waitress had finally discovered her secret superpower by crushing beer cans with nothing but her breasts. Unfortunately, she was swiftly informed that breast beer can crushing was illegal and subsequently was fined.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen that one before.
It was number 48 on the funny laws.
It wasn't. That's a classic. Well done. Well done. That's a good one. They're two great laws this week. Two great laws. Let's get Scott and Marv into
Discord.
Into Discord. Let's
I
get
think
them
Marv
on.
may already be there. I'm not sure if Scott. I haven't checked.
We normally say at the start of that segment, but I got carried away
Yeah.
with my story.
Well, Scott, jump in.
Scott, jump in. Marv's going to take over for a minute while I'm just going to check the lighting over here. Hang on one sec while I check the lighting.
Oh, look at that. The votes are coming in. They're all starting with a T.
I'll just check this lighting. It's having some issues. But you talk to Marv.
Mhm.
Get Marv on. You got him on?
I do. G'day, Marv. How you going?
All right, Doyle. Hang on. Oop. Hang on.
You're now
cut that off.
You're now the co-host. Dave's gone. He's left me.
So how is everyone tonight?
I think everyone's been going good. I think everyone's having a bit of fun, especially after that law. I think that was a cracker.
Yeah. What state was that from?
WA.
Trust them to be like that. It's always 1985 there.
Well, what can we expect to see in the next episode of Marv's Garage?
Marv's Garage. I've been racing to beat this stupid ass storm that arrived late last night, and I wasn't too sure today if this was the start of the monsoon season. So I've been pretty much on wit's end about what's going on with the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But on the positive side, I am actually certified now. So I actually have a mod plate on Crustita now. So that's one step closer to being registered, racing at Rocking Nats in 6 months' time.
Awesome. Very exciting.
Those lights over there appear fine too. Yeah,
Okay.
Just check them out. They're all
Hey, Dave.
G'day. How are you?
All right. Well, I'm going to
Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna
All right, brother.
drag Scott in.
Come here.
G'day, Scott.
G'day, mate.
How you going?
All right.
Good to hear from you. Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Well, I don't think I need to count up the votes because it looks like I won.
It was good. You got it.
Yeah.
I thought I had it with the chickens tonight too. Tyler said to me before we started, he's like, "I've got a good one tonight. I think I've got you." And I went, "Nah, I've got a good one. I don't think you have, but looks like he has." So, all right. Where's your quiz sound effects?
Quiz sound effects. My phone's been on charge.
Where's the preparation?
Unlock it.
There we go.
Just by looking at it.
Apparently, he's got the answers as well this week,
I come prepared.
which will help.
Okay, sorry, I was just seeing the chat then. Yeah, I'm actually in Gladstone, Queensland, man.
Yeah, you think you'd come on the show, but when are you going to make an actual appearance, Marv? You'll have to come down one week.
Yeah, well, I was down there a few weeks ago at Nugget Garage, remember?
Oh, I know you were. You went. You popped in. Went to have a look at the HJ, mate. It wasn't there.
No, it already snuck out of the garage. I was like, what?
Time out.
And Scott, you've been busy, mate. Are you still? Did you get time off for Christmas? We lost
I think
Scott.
we may have lost Scott.
We've lost Scott.
He's still here, but I don't know.
Still in the room. Scotty.
Yeah, there you go.
There he is.
Oh, he's back.
Is that better?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Mate, did you get some time off
Yeah.
for Christmas? I hope you haven't been still out fighting fires over Christmas.
No, I've been off for about the last week, so it's been good.
Any rain where you are?
Nah, nothing. Maybe a millimetre.
Oh, true. We got a fair bit on Christmas Day here, luckily. So
Yeah, I heard that.
yeah. Righto, Tyler's got us ready with the sound effects for the quiz. So we got to. Tyler will get you to test the buzzers and all the rest. Let's go.
Well, Marv, I'll get you to test your buzzer.
Marv.
And Scott, your buzzer's just your name, so I'll get you to test your buzzer now.
Yep. Scott.
There we go. Bang on. You got that one right. Alrighty.
1-0
Scott. Question 1. What car sold more than 1 million units in 1965, setting a record that still stands today? A. The Buick Wildcat. B. The Pontiac GTO. Or C. The Chevrolet Impala.
Scott.
Scott?
Yeah, the Impala. It's a
Correct.
guess, but
That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
So, originally introduced in 1958, the Impala was the best-selling automobile in the US during the 1960s. Early Impala models sported 6 taillights, a unique feature which for a time became the Impala trademark. It was named after an African antelope.
There you go. An African antelope.
Number 2. What animal is on the Porsche logo? A. Horse.
Marv.
Marv?
Horse.
Yeah, that's correct.
Evened it up 1-0.
Alrighty, number 3. What was the first commercially available hybrid gasoline electric car in the United States? Was it A, the Ford Escape Hybrid, B, the Honda Insight, or C, Toyota Prius?
Marv.
Marv?
Scott.
Honda Insight.
Correct.
Marv was in first and he got it. He got the Honda Insight. Yes, well done.
It was first produced in '99. It won numerous awards, including the International Engine of the Year award, and earned EPA mileage ratings of 61 mile per gallon in the city and 70 on the highway. Now, back to Porsche. How much horsepower did the first Porsche 911 have? Was it A, 130 horsepower, B, 90 horsepower, or C, 180 horsepower?
Marv.
Marv?
180.
Incorrect. Scott?
Well, 90.
No, incorrect as well. It was 130.
Points go begging on that one.
Number 5. Which model did Chevrolet ship vertically during the 1970s? Was it A, the Malibu, B, Citation, or C, the Vega?
Scott.
Scott?
The Vega.
Correct.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
It was the Vertipack shipping system, which was designed specifically for the Vega. It made it possible to ship 30 vehicles per railcar instead of 15. All the cars were positioned nose down, shipped with all the required fluids, so certain aspects had to be specially designed for the shipping, including an oil baffle in the engine, a special battery, and a repositioned windshield washer reservoir. Alrighty, now from the recent videos. During our recent budget drag builds video, we spoke to Chris and Scott from Nugget Garage, who had done what to what car?
Marv.
Scott.
Marv?
Chucked a China turbo on a BA Falcon.
Correct. Now, I'll give either of you a bonus point if you're a train spotter and you noticed what was drawn on their turbo.
I'm blank. God damn it.
Scott.
Scott?
A snail.
A snail? No.
It was close.
No. Close. Marv, I'll give you a quick go.
Bonus points are begging. Bonus points are begging. Nah, bonus
No,
points.
hang on. No.
They're gone. No, they're gone.
Yep, too late.
Bonus points are gone.
It was a cock and balls. And it was drawn on
I
by
was
Al.
going to say a dick.
And that was.
I was going to say a dick.
And that was drawn by Al at the Skid Factory, by the way. So Al did sell him a turbo, and when they went to pick it up, that's what was on it. And it was just, bit of fun from the boys.
And number 7. The fastest time that we showed in our budget drag builds video was what?
Marth. With 12.7.
Correct. Number 8.
Just out of interest, I don't think we called it in the video, but I think they actually ran a 12.4. But it wasn't in the video. I think they did do a 12.4.
We'll find out when they release their video.
Yeah, wait and see. When are they doing that?
The first video comes out on Friday when they ran the car stock first.
There you go. So watch Nugget Garage for that one.
Number 8. The first person to get into the 13s. Who did it? First run off the trailer. Oh, Marv?
Matty in the I'm not going to say exactly what model, but in the Commodore with the nitrous.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. VR Commodore.
VR Commodore. You were pretty much on the way what you were saying. It sounded like you said VR anyways.
I was gonna say VR, but I was like, is it VR or VS then? I just double guessed myself. I didn't want to stuff it up then.
Nitrous Commodore, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna. My plan was to take either the Commodore or the name.
How good's Matty on camera too? He was a bit of a legend, wasn't he? we told him he should start his own channel.
Number 9. Which automobile manufacturer was the first to offer seatbelts as an option? A. Cadillac, B. Nash, or C. Toyota? Marv?
Nash.
Correct. They were Nash Motors Company, an American automobile manufacturer originally based in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Pioneered several important innovations, including the heating and ventilation system still used today in 1938, unibody construction in 1941, and seatbelts in 1950. Number 10. What was the Volkswagen Beetle called when it was first sold in the United States? Was it A, the Freedom Wagon, B, Liberty Wagon, or C, the Victory Wagon? Marv?
Freedom Wagon.
Incorrect.
Scott, you want a free guess?
Yeah, the Victory Wagon.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
On entry to the US market shortly after the end of World War II, the VW Beetle was briefly sold as a Victory Wagon.
There we are. That was the last question.
Yeah. I do have a bonus question though.
Well, you don't. That was your tiebreaker. We don't need a tiebreaker. We're not on a tie.
Well, we can do it for a bit of fun.
All right, let's do it for fun. But should we announce?
I still got no chance.
Should we announce the winner?
Yeah, go for it. You got the scores.
Marv's done it again. He's 5-4. One question
close.
went begging. Bonus points went begging. And Marv come out one. Now, very close. Very close. Now, Paulie was close. Johnny's given it a couple of cracks. Paulie was close, but Scott has 1 point off this week, and Marv's just come out on top again, mate. Well done, congratulations.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
I said
give me a challenge this week. You definitely gave me the challenge, Scotty. Jeez.
Yeah, mate, you're good. You're good.
Oh man, I am literally just like, I'm going through relief now because it's like, okay. Now I've actually got 6. Now it's 2 more till I actually get the shirt. All right, relief. Good.
I must say it though, Scotty. What do you reckon of this guy? He calls himself a brain dead muppet, but I'm telling you, he's flogging it, isn't he? There's questions there I would have no idea on. So I would not have guessed Nash or any of those ones. So well done.
Marv's too fast on the buzzer, as Paulie said.
Yeah, he is quick.
He's smart.
He's quick, and he knows his stuff, doesn't he? So he calls himself a brain dead muppet, but he ain't. What's the bonus question for a bit of fun? Ready, guys?
This is a law, and it's a true or false question. In Russia, it is illegal to tell children that gay people exist. True or false?
Scott.
Scott?
True.
That's correct.
It
It
is
is true.
correct.
In 2011, Vladimir Putin passed a law. I'm pretty sure it was 2011. Maybe it was even more recent, but he passed a law that it's illegal now to tell children that gay people exist.
Oh my! Only in Russia. Only in Russia. That is crazy. Well done, guys. Well done. But there is prizes coming, regardless this week.
Yeah,
so
send me your address in Discord, Scott, and I'll.
Tyler
sort that
will
out.
message you. We'll get your address, Scott. We'll send you out a little prize pack. We've got like some stickers and stubby holder and key rings and bits and pieces there for you, mate. And we'll send one up to Marth as well, because he's been a legend. And was that six, mate? Six?
Yeah, 6 now.
Ooh, might be getting a shirt soon.
2. Yeah, 2 more to the shirt. That's what I'm saying. I just felt the relief then. I was like, oh, I didn't want to miss out on the shirt at least. Come on. I know I'm probably going to miss out on the Lambo, but the shirt, come on.
You've gone well. You've gone well. You've had some good competition. So
I don't know, you're hard to beat.
I'll tell you
mate.
what, from week 1, you guys have given me a run for my money. I mean, it's been overtime, 1 question, 2 questions, 1 question, 1 question, pretty much the whole way through. So it's like, you always keep me on my toes. I have to play catch up half the time in these shit trivia challenges because everyone gets the 1-0 up on me or 2-0 up. And so I'm having to play catch up really bad. I'm just lucky I get some of these questions where I'm remembering them. It's like, oh, yes, I know the answer to that. Or I've seen the video, yes.
you do well. You do well. And Scott, thanks, mate. And great work out there doing all your volunteer stuff, mate. You're a legend. You are a legend out there
Thank
for doing
you,
that.
guys.
Putting yourself out there, doing all that, you know. And I've got some other mates that do it as well. And I just can't commend you enough that what you guys do in your time to get out there and do that for very little recognition normally. So, yeah, you are a legend, and I hope you've still got some leave left and things like that because I know many people don't.
I'm lucky. I'm self-employed, so I make my own time off.
Wow. But it obviously costs you money, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mate, you're a legend to put yourself out there and do that sort of stuff. And I would think that there wouldn't be a person on this channel that wouldn't say thank you, especially after the last year that you guys have been out there busting your gut for us.
Yeah.
So good on you, mate. And thank you for coming on tonight. As I said, we've got a prize coming out for you. And I hope you had a bit of fun and enjoyed it.
Yeah, it did.
Good work. And that doesn't mean you can't enter again. So if you want to come back on again, get your entry in on Discord. You may give him a run. You're only 1 point off. So
Yeah. I had to pull it right out, that one.
And Marth, before we go as well, mate, you've got your video out now? Tonight?
Yep, I've already released mine before we came online tonight. So we've got episode 8, which is the 12 days until Christmas. So as you'll see, from when I uploaded it and jumped online with you guys 2 weeks ago, and it was like straight away, yep. From that moment, you've seen all the filming, and it's up until last night when that storm hit. So, yeah, will I actually make it? Is it actually game over for me? I don't know. Let's just hope this weather stays off so I can get this car in the garage.
Yeah. So you're not 100% confident of still being ready for Rocky Nats yet, eh?
I'm only 100% confident once I've got the car in the garage, because until I've got all the parts bolted on and the car actually rolling on all 4 wheels, I won't feel confident, because if the rain comes down, and as we know, being in the tropics, it's just every day. So that's what'll just kill my time. If I can get in the garage, then I can work undercover, and I'll be able to change the turbos, the fuel injection, all the other bits and pieces that are needed. So I've just literally left Super Cheap this morning, $800 lighter in the wallet, and every other piece that I needed has been ordered. So those parts will arrive early in the new year, and I'll be straight into fitting them.
Oh, cool. We look forward. I'll check that out tonight. I'll probably watch that one when I go to bed tonight, and put it on the telly in the bedroom and watch that. And mate, I think we need to get our entries in and buy some tickets for Rocky Nats so we can make sure we're up there to hang out with you.
Yeah, definitely, man. I've always got beds available here at my house, and I'm only an hour away. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like we go from Gladstone straight up to Rocky every day.
We're definitely keen to get up to Rocky because we wanted to do summer nats, but it just didn't work out for us. We've got family here. They're all off down in Surfers or wherever they've gone tonight so that we could do our live cross. But we've got family here for Chrissy, and that didn't work out for us to do summer nats, but we're definitely going to do Rocky Nats. We're not going to miss on that one.
No, exactly. And that's kind of the same way I felt. I knew I wasn't going to make summer nats with this build, but Rocky Nats was the perfect time. It gave me a full 12 months to do this. And to go to the first one of anything, I remember the old summer nats videos, the first ones when Chick Henry was running it and all those old school cars that came in, all pioneers of the scene. We want to be this new generation. We had it a few years ago with Red Center Nats. Let's be this next group with Rocky Nats.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll be up there for all the crews and all the rest of it and watch you do some racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got the seats available, so just jump in the car for the city cruise.
Mate, we'll be there. We'll be there for sure. So that's a definite on our list. And all right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight on the quiz. We're going to jump over and do our what's on before we sign off. But we'll let you guys go while we head over and do that one. And Tyler might throw a link up to your video as well in the chat.
I can do that.
And so that everyone can go and watch that one after we finish the what's on.
Yep, and I'll see you guys all back in the chat. I'll start hassling you in a sec.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Scott.
Catch us all later, guys.
What a great quiz tonight. How good was that? Very close. All right, we'll catch up on the chat. Did we miss anything there? We usually have a few people playing along, and just so you know, there is a 30-second delay on chat for us. So
yeah.
So we don't keep up with what's happening in the chat during the quiz.
Yeah.
For that reason. But so you got to keep your own score if you're going through there. By all means, play along. There's a few comments.
Brad Finks in the chat. Morning. How you going? Merry Christmas.
Oh, g'day. Merry Christmas, mate.
It'll
for
be
you.
the morning of 26 today.
It'll be your Boxing Day morning. Yeah, I would assume over there for him. And
Johnny said Rocky Nats is going to be one hell of a bucket list.
Yeah.
Mal's going to put some pics on Discord from Summer Nats. Well, there you go. If you're not on Discord, that's another reason to jump on there.
B. Perkins as well from States is here. Morning for him as well. Jeff says tits out for the boys. He's talking about Summer Nats.
No, I think that's my...
Oh, that's your law.
My law, yeah.
I was thinking Summer Nats. Whoops.
Brad Fink just got his tickets for the Daytona 500.
Oh, nice. I've got to watch more NASCAR. Steve is having a laugh. That's good to see. And yes, we caught up with that earlier. Just catching up on the chat. You're up near Cairns as well, so I expect a little bit of a trip down for you, but we'll expect to see you at Rocky Nats. We can all hang out together. I would love to do that. Anyone who wants to come along, I think we should all get together and hang out. That would be just a cracker. Have a few drinks, and we should all just get there and camp. Steve says if the guys are happy and want to come and visit and do a V8 race in Bathurst, it might be until November next year. Definitely. Always keen for a visit. Steve. Love to catch up Skid Factory as well, just for a beer, a lemon squash. I caught up with them on Sunday.
Yeah.
And went to the Christmas party, and you'll see some clips to that at the end of their Q&A. That was just, I think I might have appeared in one of those, but it was most of that on the dyno. I'd already left by then and went to another Christmas party. I got to go across to High Octane as well. What a great day. I went to Nugget Garage, Skid Factory, High Octane, Christmas party. I think I did one on the Saturday too. PJR on the Saturday as well. So what a great weekend that was. And you said we did nothing on the weekend. Actually,
Well,
you
you
did
did.
nothing. I went to all the
I did
Christmas
editing.
parties.
Did editing.
You edited. Tyler did all the editing while I went and got wasted at Christmas parties. But yeah, we watched lots of burnouts on the Gary the Nud cart at the Skid Factory, and had a good chat with Al and Woody and Mal and Wendy, or Scott and Chris, and it was definitely great stuff.
Scott said that was awesome, guys. Thanks, Murphy. Damn, you're quick. Thanks for coming on.
He is quick on those.
He's quick on the buzzer.
He is.
And Martha said, what an awesome trivia game, guys. Agree with Dave. Do your score. If you beat me, then get in for that chance to stop me putting my wife in the Lambo. And Merry Christmas from the UK, from Chris Young. Merry Christmas straight back at you.
Yeah, good to see you too, mate. Good to see you. Merry Christmas.
B. Perkins, is Benny and the Skid Factory boys going to be at Drag Week 2020?
Oh, I think
think
that's
so,
pretty
yeah.
well. I haven't nothing confirmed that I know of, but I think that's pretty well a certainty. Benny loves his stuff at Drag Week, so yeah, definitely. And then I've not met Benny, so I do know Alan Woody and the guys from Nugget, but I haven't met Benny, so I've not been lucky enough to meet Benny or Marty or Moog from Mighty Car Mods, but hope to one day. Definitely watch all that stuff.
And Marv said he was shitting himself after question 5. That Nash answer saved him.
It did actually, yeah. It was pretty close, and I didn't know that one earlier because we already played through the quiz questions here a bit earlier tonight with some family, and yeah, we had a bit of fun. And I did not know the Nash one. There was a few questions there I certainly didn't know the answer to. So
you forgot to put your quiz slide on.
Oh, I do that every week. I don't think I've put it on one week yet.
Year's off. Sorry, gents, but it's been a long day. We'll have to catch you next week. That's not a problem at all. Thanks for tuning in, and a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
All right, we've got to do our what's on because we do have to sign off at some stage because I don't have much drink left, and that's it. I've got a lot of empty glasses behind me.
Well, what's on is very populated this week with the whole one event.
What? The whole one event for the whole what's on. Well, before we go to what's on, there's a merch. Just in case you're wondering about merch and you want to grab a shirt, a hoodie, a sticker and a shirt. There's a good discount on a sticker and a shirt, right? Has Tyler worked out how to do Boxing Day sales?
No, I haven't. I need to fix the website too, because it's showing events from like a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay. You got to get up to that.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the website. That's where you get on, check out the events.
And Rat Fink said, you mean that he hasn't been lucky enough to meet you, gents?
Good on you. Good on you. Well done. Touche.
Well, there's one that you know that's not on here that you're possibly heading to on Friday.
Is it not on there? Because I did update that to put it on there.
Yeah, nothing. And for some reason, unless mine's just not updated. But I've only got one, and I've got it on Saturday, and it's the Noisy Cruise and Barbecue.
Right. I've got last week's event still coming up, 13th and 14th. Our website is playing up.
And Ben's got to get to bed also. 3 a.m. wake up for work again.
Oh.
Have a good one, guys, and thanks again. Thanks for tuning in, Ben.
Thanks
you, mate. Thanks for supporting us. And Rat thinks that a jacket is next for him.
Get the hoodie. Yeah, get the hoodie.
They are good hoodies.
The hoodies are damn good. I love the hoodie. Just, it's the only damn good thing about winter is wearing that hoodie. It is actually comfy.
Yeah.
And I'm not mucking around. It's actually a very comfortable hoodie, and it's warm, and got us through a lot of events last season, didn't it? Last year.
So Scott said he's got to take the family up there to visit the mother-in-law, so he might have to time it for Rocky Nuts.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah.
I think that would be very good. So Munchies. I'm going to try and get to Munchies on Friday night, which is Elizabeth Street and Kesha Ridge. I'm going to try and get to that. As I said earlier, we have got some family here, and I think they're keen to go for a bit of a cruise in the car as well. So Sally had mentioned that she'd like to go to Munchies, so we're going to try and go along to Munchies. And I got a message tonight from Rocket Rod Anderson saying, "What are you doing?" We're all heading up to Munchies about 4 o'clock tomorrow. So
there you go.
There could be a cruise on and heading to Munchies. So we'll see if I can get to that one. Fingers crossed. If all goes well, we'll get up to that. If I can get away from work and everything early enough. That'll be my only problem.
Then we've got 2 events on Saturday. We've got Noisy Cruise and Barbecue, which is on 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. Their first ever cruise and barbecue is upon us. Meeting up at 11 a.m. at the North Lakes Costco. 11:30 a.m. leaving for the Gateway Motorway and head to the next meetup location, which is Springwood McDonald's. 12:20 arrive at the Springwood McDonald's. And at 12:50 they're leaving for the Gold Coast Spit. 2 p.m. arrive and set up barbecue and photos.
And that's their first one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, check that out.
And we've also got another one which has been mentioned in the chat by Johnny for us, the Skid Pig. He said the Speedway is on at the Maryborough Speedway December 28th.
Oh, okay.
On Saturday as well.
There's a few things coming up next week as well, Speedway related and stuff as well, and drags and you got New Year's Thunder obviously on. You got I think there's some stuff up at Charlton Speedway as well. There's a big someone told me there's a big American. My old man actually told me there's a big American Australian event at the Speedway at Charlton next week. In some of the,
there's a big World Series on at Archerfield
as well. Okay. We'll check all that stuff out and we'll try and work out the website and fix it up and get everything working again.
Paulie's on the money. If you're in Queensland and have never been to Munchies, change that.
I haven't been to Munchies for a fair while.
No, he's saying to anyone in the chat, if they're in Queensland and haven't been to Munchies, that they need to change that.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't been there for a while. I don't think I've been up there since I've owned the H show.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more comments.
Shane's grabbed a t-shirt and sticker deal. He jumped on it.
There you go.
Thank you, mate, because that supports us. That's huge. That is huge for us. We've got some sponsors that have helped us out with the shirts. It comes now with not only what you see there, but the sponsor logos on the sleeves. So even what you see us in the video, there's a new shirt that we don't even have.
Yeah,
we don't even have our own new shirt.
You got the normal shirt that we have, plus the sponsors on the side. Got the PJR, Finance My Ride, Superformance, and Auto One Brands Points.
Yeah, get on that one because not even we have one of those ones. And then the stickers, it's the best way to go because you save a bit on the postage. And
We've got a couple more comments. Paulie said, website problems, fire the web host. Better fire GoDaddy then.
Yeah. They charge us like $40 a month at the moment. It's just gone ridiculous. It's not what we
Ratfink said the shirts are super nice, well made. They certainly are, very comfortable. And
good. Ratfink's got one of the new shirts.
And we're looking at possibly doing some breathable ones. Some, what is it?
Sublimated like polos. I've got to get onto them actually and talk about the design because what we want to do is actually ask for you guys to send us pictures of your cars that we could put on the shirt, like ghosted in the background.
Yeah.
And then
run a bit of a competition and pick the top 10 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Put it out to the votes, a bit like the Haltech voting like that.
And we've already got a few cars on our website in the gallery. Did you update the latest one that we got sent?
I'm not sure which one was the last one we got sent.
George from Hodges?
I haven't done that. I'll do that this afternoon when I get home.
Get on that. Good on that. Because, man, he has got a mint GTO Judge.
There you go. I'll get on that this afternoon when I get home.
Yeah. So, this afternoon tonight. He's got we'll check that out. But there is a viewers gallery on there if you want to send us pictures.
And Summonats is on next week as well.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
We've got a couple of comments. Where is Munchies? Jeff said it's Elizabeth Street. Is that right?
Acacia Ridge.
Acacia Ridge.
Yeah, the shopping centre at Elizabeth Street, Acacia Ridge. There's an IGA in there, a few takeaway stores. That car park packs out. Now, probably won't be doing a video up there. Just going to cruise along.
Yeah.
Haven't been up there for a while, but from my knowledge, last time I was there, it's not great lighting for a video.
Yeah.
And we'll have
good
a
for
family
photos
with us
yeah.
as well. Maybe we'll do a live cross. I don't know. We'll see how I go. No promises yet. Better get there first.
Marv said Archerfield has events all the way until February. There you go. Said he'll talk to Luke Fink and try and get the Archerfield drift track schedule after he returns from the USA.
Yeah, that'd be good. We'll post it up if you can get that for us, Marv.
Johnny is going to be helping out at the Charlton Speedway.
There you
I think I remember he mentioned about that.
He did mention that again on last week's show as well.
Mal said Joe's Diner last weekend was amazing. Quality cars.
It did look good. Joe's Diner's always
it just
really
packs
good.
out in there.
Yeah, who was that one? Sorry, that went to Joe's?
Mal.
Mal, yeah, good on you, Mal. It is a good event, Steve. There puts on a damn good feed too for a good price, and
it's so cheap. I just can't get over how cheap it is.
we haven't been able to make it back up to Joe's since we did the video of Joe's. There is a video of Joe's. Go back into our videos, have a look.
Yeah,
check out
it
the
out.
video of Joe's because it was packed, and it was only it's not even a quarter or an eighth of what the amount of cars that were there that night, wasn't it? It was massive.
Yeah.
Really good event, and it's really easy to get to, and I do want to get back there. It's just been clashing with other stuff that we've been going to. I think the last one might have been on when we did the 13th video, was it? No, I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I think it may have been actually, yeah.
So, but either way, yeah, we want to get back. We just haven't been back up there, and Steve's even offered us free food to come back, hasn't he? So
yeah, I think we've just been booked out every week.
Yeah, well, we will be back to Joe's though.
Yeah,
Guarantee
definitely.
you.
It was such an awesome night. Rat Fink said we should make an overtaking beer. Well, I think we've been looking at overtaking beard oil. Is that right?
I've got some products coming. I do have Overtaking Lane beard oil, and I'd love some suggestions on some names for this because I want to have I'll throw it out to you guys. I do want to have some sort of car theme to it. So I thought, and I've got two products, and they're already made. We've just got to come up with the logo and the label for them, and then I can produce them. I've got all the tins, the bottles, and everything are all there. The product's made. I've got a beard oil, and it's not for everyone, I guess, but I've got a beard oil that we would like to put out. I don't have a name for, and I've got a beard wax as well. And the beard wax, I thought maybe Grease Lightning would work well for the beard wax. I don't know. Any suggestions? Please throw it out there. But I'd love to hear it. And we'll have Overtaking Lane beard oil, beard wax, and then keep watching because we've got the mullet magic coming soon as well. The mullet shampoo and a beard wash, as well as a pomade for anyone loving to slick their hair back.
Well, we've got a couple more comments. I'll let you get to some comments. I've been reading them out all night.
Yeah, have you? I don't know. What was the last one you read? Where were we up to?
We're up to the overtaking beer.
Overtaking beer. Oh yeah. Okay, Scott, and then Scott was talking to Marv.
Scott was talking to Marv.
In the UK, Chris has got nothing over there. The weather is horrible. 70 miles an hour wind, hard rain. They've gone through floods, and now they've got that. So, man, that's crazy. Shane's got some newer cars, or photos of his cars, newer cars of his photos, some newer photos of his cars, done by a photographer. He's got some professional cars happening. Send them through, Shane. Email through to...
I think he's already sent some through. So.
Yeah, you know the email then. Done. info@overtakinglane.com.au.
For anyone else who wants to send some through.
Send them through. Murphy's just replying. Slicks & Co, says Jeff. Yep, definitely. Slicks & Co. We do support Slicks & Co as well. But I've snuck in a few of my own bearded products. Rat Finkel might be on that one as well. Excellent. Good on you.
Paulie said Sump Sludge.
Beer Lane from Charles Glee. Maybe we have to do a beer.
Paulie said Sump Sludge is what you could call it.
Sump Sludge. Oh, I like that.
Mal said, how about Dave's beard juice?
Dave's beard juice, yeah. So, excellent. No, I think we've come up with something. We'll get it out there and see what we can do.
Trevor Smith said 100 mile an hour beard E85 oil.
Interesting, I've actually done some research into getting some E85 scent. I've got a really nice scent in the beard oil that I've got, and I've used my own beard oil for a while. I support Slicks & Co, but I have also used my own beard oil for a while. It's got a very good scent. It's like a bay rum with a lemon citrusy smell to it as well. You know it. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is very good smell. And anyone that smells it will go, I love it. And you can put that stuff as a moisturiser. You throw it in your hair, whatever. But I did also look up to try and get an E85 scent, and I can get it.
There you go.
I can get it. I don't know if you want E85 on your face all the time, but I can get it. And I am thinking about doing it just for a bit of a laugh. So, so it will be good. But anyway, look, I guess if there's any other questions, throw them out there now. But we do need to sign off.
Yeah, everyone's been doing a Q&A, so if you want to ask us anything about the year, about a video, about a car, about anything.
Yeah, I did think about that. We should probably just get out there and talk about the cars and do a Q&A. Because I think every channel's just about done a Christmas Q&A.
Yeah.
Is that the easy way to get through a Christmas video?
Maybe. We've got a couple more.
Oil down.
Some Sludge has gotten 2 thumbs up from Jeff. Rat Fink said, call it Aussie beard juice. Johnny said the hairy splitter.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Marv said the oil down.
Good sniff. Good sniff.
Paulie said automatic trans fluid. Old automatic trans fluid, not just any automatic trans fluid. Old.
I'm going to go out and smell some tranny fluid now. Some gender neutral fluid, we call it these days. No longer called tranny fluid. I think it's gender neutral fluid. Is that right?
I think so. Gary Sparkplug said Dave's oil slick.
Diff oil. There's some good stuff coming through. Diff oil. Yeah, I like it. We'll come up with something. But yeah, definitely make sure that we've got a few products. It's just something different.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know it's not car related or whatever, but it was just something different.
Paulie said nothing smelling like a rotten corpse.
Bit of necrophilia there.
Nothing like.
All right. Well, we might sign out there. I think we're pretty well done. Let's call it a night, and we'll thank you guys for coming along tonight. Thank you for those that bought some merch. Thank you for Steve for supporting us. Always supporting us. Steve is our #1 supporter. He has always thrown us donations, and man, you've done so much for us. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just donations, and bought merch, and got donations, and Steve's absolutely massive in everything he's done.
Paulie's a bit worried about you now. He said, don't go and smell automatic transmission. He said it's the worst smell on earth.
I was going to go out and like, is it really good? I was going to go and try that. Please, not everyone can support us, by funding us. If you can, that's great. Hit the dollar symbol there in your comments. Hit the donation page on our website.
Or even hit
Go and buy some merch. Whatever. That's great. We appreciate that. If you can't do that, that's okay. Just watch our videos. Come on and comment like you guys do.
Yeah.
Comment on our other videos. Share them out there. Help us. Just get the views up. Help us get the views. Help us get our subs up.
Mal's given us $5.
Oh, Mal, you're a legend. You are a legend. Mal is another massive supporter. Mal's got shirts. His son's got shirts.
Yeah.
Mal is a massive supporter. He's donated. Thank you, Mal. Thank you so much. And he's got a damn fine 67 Merc.
With an LS.
Hey?
With an LS.
With an LS. It's damn fine. It's the best Merc out there. We do really appreciate it, but you don't have to give us funds. If you can help us out by get us views and help tell people about the channel, help us get some subscribers, and what do we get? Like 70 cents for 1,000 views. So we need as many views as you can help us get. So please pump it out there and do what you can. Rat Fink says buy some shit, y'all, because he's over in America and he's bought from us. He's out there repping us. And get yourself a Christmas present if you you probably got some socks and some undies and whatever, but you didn't get an Overtaking Lane shirt. Get on that gear.
We've got a couple more comments now.
Go.
Mal said Merry Xmas.
Thank you, Mal. Thank
Straight
you, Mal.
back to you. Chris Young, thanks guys. Catch you next week. See you next week. Scott said, nah, burnt trans fluid is the smell of defeat and walking for the next few weeks. Marv said, when a Ford owner says he blew his tranny, he's not talking about his gearbox. Paulie said, cheers, fellas, you guys are legends. Steve, thanks again. Have a great night, guys, and chat.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting us. Shane said, night, gentlemen and everyone. Thank you. Have a great New Year. Have a great Christmas. Marv said, Happy New Year, boys. See you in 2020. Certainly will.
Yes, we will now. It will be 2020 on the next one, except for Tuesday.
No, it's Wednesday. Sneaky. We're uploading New Year's Day special.
Yeah, sorry. We will upload on Wednesday.
Hmm.
Maybe not Tuesday night. It will be Wednesday.
Yeah, well,
next week.
everyone's going to be too busy to see it on Tuesday, so...
Yeah.
New Year's festivities and all, so now when you're hungover and you wake up in the morning, you get a little ding, you can watch the new Overtaking Lane video.
And we'll have a bit of, what will we have?
Don't know. We'll see. I'm going to...
Road trip?
Maybe.
Road trip. You've already watched the Volvo on Skid Factory.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen Road Trip on Nugget.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you can watch our overall.
Time for a
view.
bit of road trip from us. So, thank you.
I'll throw out some more thanks. Charles Galea, thank you very much for tuning in.
I was
Rat
always
Fink,
commenting.
Jeff, Trevor Smith, Scott Sherrington.
Jeff says he's been here since 100. He certainly has. He's one of my fellow bearded villains.
Johnny Skidpig, thank you. He's been here for ages as well since
Johnny
the
has.
Gatton
we met Johnny.
Motorfest.
We met Johnny when we were up there doing Gatton Motorfest, one of our earliest vids.
Yeah, before we started doing that was before we even started doing interviews and
that
sort of stuff. So
I remember that one. We were up there at Gatton Motorfest, and all
And
the
it
kids
was
are going,
so-
"Oh, you guys are from Mighty Car Mods." Nah.
and it was so hot. It was,
It was
hot.
hot.
That's all I
It
remember
was
from
hot.
that day was how hot it was.
Scott's saving up for a shirt, mate. Thank you. He's not going to get MAF on 8 weeks. He's tough, man. He is no brain dead muppet. He might say that he is not.
Johnny said earlier, Buzz now, think later.
Chris has been watching us 7 or 8 weeks in a row.
Maybe
definitely.
we could do a special shirt for Marv when he gets up there.
We
and
might
do
need
like
to design a Marv shirt.
Buzz.
That'll be the next thing. We'll start to do some extra designs, some extra
We can
shirts.
do some Buzz now, think later.
There's some classic stuff. So, yeah.
There's a frog on the window.
See that? Sorry. It's behind the camera. There's a frog in the window. Had to point that out. That's hilarious. But that's us for this week.
We've got a couple more.
For this year.
Rat Fink, you guys are killing it. Love the show. Thanks for tuning in every week. Same
Thanks,
with you,
guys.
Chris Young, as well. I think this is his 7th or 8th week. Love it. And
It's great
Steve's
stuff.
going to continue supporting us. Have a great night. We
He
will,
always
and
does.
you too.
He
And
always does.
everyone
Steve's
have a
a
great
legend.
new year. Have a great celebration on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Have some fun. That frog just went flying.
We're gonna have a big celebration New Year's Eve as well, and we'll bring you a video, not of that, but we'll bring you a video of something on New Year's Day. Look out for that one. All right, thanks guys, and we'll throw some tunes on and tune on out.
When I find the tunes, that's the thing. I'm not
You weren't
prepared for the tunes this week.
We got carried away. Morning Mayhem will be another week away, and Mal will. You will see Mal in Morning Mayhem video, taking the piss out of me, which I love.
Yeah.
That was great fun. We went out there, and he served that up to me all week, going, "Oh, I don't know how my Mac will go out there, the A45, not his 67 Mac, against the big V8. Man, that thing for a stock standard little car,
It's quick.
it is quick. It is quick. They have those gear changes; they sound great." And he served it up to us a few times out there. So we're in a 430 horsepower at the wheels V8, and I don't know what the A45s have got at the wheels.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Lightweight, the gear changes, just smashes us on the gear changes. Just
Yeah.
whap, whap, and he's gone, and we're pulling back when we change gears. That thing was epic, and we had a great fun that day.
Yeah.
It was probably the best fun. I didn't get out of the car, I don't think, that day.
I
Probably
don't
could have
think
done a
you
bit
did.
more footage, but everything was in car. We'll find
Yeah.
something there, and you'll see the interview with Mal. It was a good laugh. So that'll be another week away. All right, let's sign out. Thank you,
I'll throw
guys.
up the end screen and we'll hide behind it now.
Thanks, guys.
They can't see you. You don't need to wave. Stop waving, Dave.
Bye.
We'll see you in the next one.
Down the right lane.
so fast, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got. The fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die. Golden trinkets, mobile phone, expensive shoes, you can get your own. Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die. Being a real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder, a heart full of blues. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Being a real bad boy. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt. This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world, good world going bad. Turn on the news, a sad state of affairs. Half the people dying while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world gone bad.